Good evening, folks. So it's Cup replay night tonight, and we are bringing you Blackpool versus Nottingham Forest. Live audio commentary off Tube, and it's coming from Bloomfield Road this evening as the two teams are following on from the 2-2 draw in the third round. Goals from Lawrence Gabriel and Morgan gave Blackpool a 2-goal lead before Dominguez hit back just before half-time on 39 minutes. And Morgan Gibbs-White levelled up on 56 minutes, and Forest was not able to get the job completed at home. They now have to come back on this Wednesday night to take on Blackpool at Bloomfield Road. We've got Luke Turton in the commentary chair today. We're going to go to him for some team news now.
Yes, Blackpool have made 4 changes from the team that beat Exeter. In come Jordan Gabriel, Marvin Ekpiteta, Andy Lyons and Sonny Carey. Whereas Forest have made 4 changes themselves from the team that played Blackpool in the first game. Nico Williams, Andrea Omobamidele, Nuno Tavares and Orel Mangala come in.
All right, thank you, Luke. So just looking at the form recently of the two teams, Nunez has started very steadily with a loss, a win, and a draw. Blackpool have only 1 defeat in the last 5 games, and the two teams have met head-to-head, with Blackpool winning 28 times, Nottingham Forest winning 32, and 28 draws, of course, in the FA Cup. At this stage last season, right here at Bloomfield Road, Blackpool eliminated Nottingham Forest with a 4-1 win. We're going to bring in our co-commentator, Russ Vernon, who's with us today. And Russ, why don't you tell me, who do you think is going to get the win tonight?
Yes, good evening, Paul. Good evening, everyone. It's going to be a very good game today. I think it's going to be a very, very good match. I think the Premier League quality of Nottingham Forest should see them get through. I know that Gibbs-White, who's not involved at all tonight, will be a big miss for Nottingham Forest. But I still think the players that have got out there, and some of the players that have got out there this evening, and the likes of the captain Ryan Yates, Hudson-Odoi, to name a couple, should see them get through. And I'm surprised, and I was talking affair to Luke about this, I was surprised, I'm most surprised that Andrew Omobamidele, or when he was in Norwich, he used to call him Big Andy, he's started for Nottingham Forest today and don't think he's made an appearance for Nottingham Forest yet this season. So I would be surprised that he's coming in tonight, which should be an interesting one to see how he gets on this evening. He's going to be playing as part of the back 4 this evening is Andrew Omobamidele, and I'm looking forward to see how he shapes up this evening, Paul.
All right, well, the players are now making their way out onto the field. Blackpool, of course, in their orange strips. So we'll hand over to Luke Turton now, who's going to give us the starting lineups and the call of the first half. Go ahead, Luke.
Yes, so let's start with the team lineups. For Blackpool, it's Daniel Grimshaw in goal, with then Callum Connolly, Marvin Ekpiteta and James Husband in a back 3. We then have Jordan Gabriel and Andy Lyons playing on either wing as the wing backs. In the midfield, we've got Albie Morgan, Ollie Norburn, I will get that right, Sonny Carey, CJ Hamilton and Jordan Rhodes. Whereas for Forest, it's Aditya Vlacomodos, Nico Williams, Andrew Omobamidele, Murillo, Nuno Tavares, Orel Mangala, Danilo, Nico Dominguez, Ryan Yates, Callum Hudson-Odoi and Chris Wood. So I'm going to go to Russ now. What do you make of the teams, Russ?
I'm surprised with some of the players that Forest have started with tonight. Like I was saying to Paul a few minutes ago, I'm surprised that Andrew Omobamidele is starting tonight. We were speaking earlier, we didn't think Mangala would play, so I'm surprised that he's starting today. And I'm also surprised to see Chris Wood start up front. I know there's no Divock Origi on the bench who was not involved tonight due to an injury, but I thought probably one of the other players may have started. I thought Toffolo may have started on the left back in place of Tavares as well. as for Blackpool, I think it's pretty much what you expect. Unfortunately, as we mentioned, the former Leeds United player. Where's number 20 for Blackpool? He's on the bench. I'm surprised he's not starting tonight. But I think both teams are pretty strong compared to what people, both fans would relatively expect. There's a few youngsters on the Forest bench. Osong, McDonald and Garner don't really know much about them. So very much interested to see how they do if they do come on tonight. And I'm surprised Nuno's gone with a 4-2-3 when I thought he might have changed up a bit since Forest and Blackpool know how they each other play. I thought he might have gone tried and matched Blackpool up this evening.
All right. Yes. So the players just take the knee before this game. With Ryan Yates, is going to get us kicked off in just a second. And we're underway with Yates back to Murillo, who played a long ball out wide towards Hudson-Odoi. Back to Danilo, who goes back to Murillo. Murillo goes all the way back to Lacomodos. Lacomodos now dinks the ball out towards Nuno Tavares. Tavares into Danilo. And Danilo goes back to Lacomodos. Blackpool pressing the keeper. And it now goes out to Nico Williams. Williams to... Right, yeah, that was to Dominguez. And it's now gone out for a Blackpool throw. To be taken by Andy Lyons. Actually, it's going to be James Husband that takes the throw in there. He throws it into Albie Morgan. He then gives it to Sonny Carey, who goes back to Norburn, who goes wider now towards, I think that was Connolly, who dinks the ball out, but Nico Williams heads it back in towards the field, and Albie Morgan hits a shot, which goes wide of Commodus's left-hand post. Early chance there, Russ.
Yeah, good start there from Blackpool. Luke is a good poor defensive clearance from Nico Williams. Come to Morgan, who hit it first time. Who's been closed down by Mangala there, who put him under a bit of pressure. But Forest, it's not causing to get out of the moment. They've been pressed when they go to the back. And this is what Blackpool have been like in recent games. Pressing teams high is what Neil Pritchard wants his sides to do.
Yeah, I've been very surprised with how Forest have approached this in the start. The ball's now with Murillo, who's just thumped it straight out of play for another Blackpool throw. It seems to be really tight so far and really compact and not really working to the ball. But Conley's going to take a throw in towards number 16, Rhodes. Rhodes now battling with Tavares and gives it over towards Jordan Gabriel. Gabriel battling with Mangala, who comes away with the ball. Tavares now into Danilo, to Mangala, who gives it away to Morgan, who goes back out wide to Gabriel, who goes down the line further to CJ Hamilton. Now with Norburn. Norburn back to Connolly, who whips the ball in towards the back post, but it's gone all the way out for a goal kick.
Yeah, that's a poor delivery, that, to be honest there, Luke. It was not a good idea, but there was just no execution on that cross into the penalty area. Wanted a bit more whipping there, looking for Rhodes at the back post. And Rhodes, we wanted to probably a bit more towards the centre of the box rather than to the far post to try and attack it a bit better. But it needs to be a bit better delivery, that, from Blackpool.
Alright, so Odysseus plays the ball forward now upfield to Yates. That was Chris Wood. Wood to Danilo. And Danilo now loses the ball to Norburn, but then wins it back. But it was a foul, and Darren Bond gives Blackpool a free kick.
This stuff there, that free kick for me. They had every right to go for the ball there. Did the Forest play, but I think Norburn just probably shielded him off, and that's why the free kick was given because I don't think he won the ball, but I would still say it's a soft one. It's the right one, nevertheless.
Now with Yates. Yates coming forward. Thinks the ball over towards Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi tries to bring the ball down, but it's well defended and it's gone out for a corner, deflected off Callum Connolly.
Yeah, good idea, that ball over the top. And the Forest fans making a lot of noise early on here, Luke. Travelling their numbers and Good ball over the top. Hudson-Odoi trying to fetch it down, but then Connolly just managed to get in the way to play behind for a corner. Good pressure this from Forest. If we can score here, the Premier League experience may tell in this game.
Well, Chris Wood and Elwood Novelli has gone forward. Murillo's also in there. Whipped in by Hudson-Odoi. And Murillo heads on. Saved by Grimshaw. And it just falls short of Bamadelli at the back post. Good chance there, Russ.
Yeah, brilliant cornering. That's a brilliant header from Murillo there. Go well, no one were marking him. A free header, he really should be doing better, but fantastic save from Greenshaw. Nevertheless, he should have been really doing better there. And Bamadelli was very unlucky not to pounce on the rebound.
Dominguez with the in-swinging corner. Oh, just didn't meet the first man. So Danilo's now got it. Back out to Dominguez. Now further down the line to Danilo again. Whips it in. Headed away by, it's now with Nico Williams, who basically just misses his kick and shoots wide. Grimshaw with a goal kick.
Yeah, good corner. I'm just looking at the corner again, though, from the Murillo header. That's easy for me to say. And he really should be doing better there. He should be, yes, another great on target and that forced keeper to make a save. He really should be doing better there. And then when the ball come out from the corner to Nico Williams from the second corner, he really should be fetching it down rather than trying to chest it down and then hitting it on the off volley. I think he should have brought it down and probably tried a low shot to test the Blackpool goalkeeper Grimshaw.
Bamadelli forward to Yates, back with Bamadelli to Murillo, forward to Mangala. Mangala now wider to Williams. Williams passes it inside to Bamadelli again. Goes further across to Murillo. Murillo now turns back inside and then plays a dinked ball over to Yates. Yates out wider to Dominguez. Dominguez into Mangala. Mangala back to Williams. Williams goes back to Mangala. Mangala out wide to Williams again. Williams back to Mangala. Mangala now goes back to Bamadelli, who goes all the way back to Lacomidos. Lacomidos back wider to Bamadelli and then inside to Mangala. Mangala now looks for Murillo. Murillo now charging forward, plays the ball forward towards Hudson-Odoi. Suarez. And then it's now played forward towards Rhodes, and it goes out for a Blackpool throw. Connolly to take the throw. It's going to be thrown in now towards Norburn. Norburn to Ekpateta. Further wide to Husband, who plays it forward towards TJ Hamilton, but he is offside.
Yeah, I think both sides at the moment, Luke, is being really sloppy in possession, especially from set pieces. They're not being able to clear the lines properly, not being able to get out properly. If one of these sides will need to get through without going into the extra time period, then I think we need to start working more on the final ball in the final third for me.
Yes, it's done now with Danilo, who goes back to Mangala, who lets it run to Murillo. Back to Mangala, who goes back into Murillo, who then turns and gives it to Nuno Tavares into Mangala, who goes further forward towards Hudson-Odoi, which won back by Callum Connolly. And then Gabriel gives it away to Tavares. And that's played back forward again by Blackpool. And Rhodes now battling with Murillo, but he comes away with the ball and plays it forward to Wood, who gives it further wide to Hudson-Odoi, who goes back inside now and back to Bamadelli, who goes wider to Nico Williams. Williams inside to Bamadelli, who goes back to Lacomidos, who's being pressured by Rhodes, who plays it forward quickly towards Wood. Wood now doesn't get there, but it's given to Danilo, but actually it's a free kick on Ollie Norburn.
Yeah, silly free kick to give away there from Nottingham Forest persuasion, especially when Forest were looking to try and cause Blackpool a number of problems when going forward. Cheap free kick to give away and just to leave that bit of pressure on Blackpool when I was in the Forest half, relieved a bit of pressure for the counter attack not to happen.
Chris Wood pressuring Grimshaw there, but he plays it forward towards Jordan Rhodes. Rhodes now battling with Murillo again. It's now won by Carey. He's gone down, advantage played. Lions charging forward now with Husband on the overlap. It's now given to Husband, who plays the ball across, cleared away by Mangala, out for a Blackpool throw level with the Forest penalty area. Husband throws in to Lions. It's now intercepted by Yates, and it's now Dominguez to Williams. Williams back inside to Mangala. Mangala back to Murillo. Murillo wider to Tavares. Tavares now gives it inside to Danilo. Danilo to Murillo. Murillo back wider to Tavares. Tavares comes charging towards halfway, goes over halfway, and plays it back to Yates, but still inside the Blackpool half. Wider to Williams. Williams into Dominguez. Dominguez to Yates. Yates now to Williams and back to Yates. Inside to Mangala, who gives it back to Ryan Yates. Yates now wider to Williams. To Yates, and then back inside to Mangala. Mangala coming backwards and then plays it to Bamadelli, who goes all the way back to the Commodores. Then it goes wider to Bamadelli again, who then plays the ball looking for, I think that was probably looking for Dominguez, but he wasn't there, out for a Blackpool throw. Forest going backwards a lot so far, Russ.
They are looking. I think that's due to, and you've got to give credit down to Blackpool for this, because they're not letting them play out well, not letting them get forward. They're closing all the avenues forward, and Forest have got possession, and they're not letting them get forward, not letting them find the likes of Hudson-Odoi, Ryan Yates, Dominguez quite a lot of the time. Which, in his credit to how Neil Critchley set this Blackpool side up, yes, they're playing a 3-4-2-1 formation, Blackpool, but the formation is working a treat. They can't get Wood into possession quite a bit for it, and every time they do try and get the ball forward, they always give the ball away. So it's credit to Blackpool with how they're playing.
And the foul's just been committed by Hudson-Odoi there in the middle of the park, so Blackpool are going to have a free kick, taken quickly into the direction of Andy Lyons, who's going to have a run at Nico Williams, who actually comes back to Husband, who whips the ball into the box. And it's now been shielded away by Mangala, who plays it wider to Tavares. No, Hudson-Odoi, who gives it to Tavares. He's now battling with Jordan Gabriel, who then Tavares fouls Jordan Gabriel there. It's now played to Albie Morgan. Morgan now wider to Husband, and Husband now goes back to Ekpiteta. And Ekpiteta plays a long raking ball forward towards Sonny Carey, but it's won by Nico Williams, who comes forward and goes down under a tackle by Andy Lyons. Free kick there, Russ?
Yeah, I'm just looking at it on the replay, Luke, and yeah, it's a definite free kick. Catch him with the elbow. He's very lucky that the referee only deems this as a free kick there, because that could have been a potential either a red or a yellow for the elbow. I probably would say yellow, because he doesn't actually fling his arm. He just moves his arm, try and shield him from possession, and just catches him. But there's not a natural elbow, which you normally see red for.
Danilo plays the ball forward to Yates. Yates plays the ball wider to Dominguez, just corner of the penalty area. Dominguez whips the ball in, deflected behind for a corner. Oh no, it's actually caught by Grimshaw just before it went out for a corner. Deflected off Albie Morgan.
Yeah, good stop on that from Morgan, because I think that ball was heading towards Chris Wood inside the penalty area there. Look, and he noticed that and just managed to get his leg in the way to deflect it, so it didn't go in the direction that Dominguez wanted it to there.
Norburn to Husband. Husband now comes forward and plays a long ball towards TJ Hamilton, but headed away by Murillo. Danilo now heads it to the left-hand side to Nuno Tavares. Tavares into Murillo. Murillo now goes out to Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi battling with Gabriel and goes down under a push. Forest free kick midway inside their own half.
Yeah, and I just want to say as well, Luke, when you see Blackpool pressing like they are doing so far, Forest they're making Forest think. Forest are not used to thinking like this because in the Premier League, yes, against lower less teams such as Burnley, Everton near the bottom with Forest, they get time and space on the ball against the so-called big sides, Man United, Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea. They don't. So when they've got to think Nottingham Forest, like they are doing today, that's where the problems are being caused. And Blackpool will be looking to see if Jordan can help them and get them on the roads to Ashton Gate in the next round against Bristol City, who knocked out West Ham last night.
Very good there, Russ. Very good. It's now out for a Forest throw, which will be taken by Nuno Tavares. Tavares, who's on loan to Forest from Arsenal, will take the throw down the line. Yep, down the line towards Hudson-Odoi, was headed back the other way and intercepted by Murillo. Murillo into Yates. Yates now wider to Hudson-Odoi, who goes back inside to Yates. Yates now plays to the other side to Dominguez. Dominguez now has Nico Williams overlapping. Williams now hits the cross against James Husband and out for a corner.
A good play that from Nottingham Forest, switched it from one side to the other, which stretched the Blackpool back line and Blackpool midfield. Then it was a good overlap from Nico Williams. Good idea to pull the cross in, but just good defensive play. But Blackpool, again, caught out on those crossfield passes. I think that's where Forest can really hear them, and set pieces too.
Yep, and a set piece we have. Dominguez again from this side, whips it in, this time headed on. And it's gone in. Bamidele at the back post slams it home. Russ, Forest take the lead.
Yes, and that's just set pieces could be the key for Nottingham Forest. Looking, they have done. Here is Andrew Bamidele, the centre back in the side tonight. We was talking about him before kick-off. Looking, fantastic bit of play that from the corner. We come to the back post, flicked on well. I just want to see whether the potential was offside from that flick on. Dominguez with the cross in. Brilliant flick. He's onside as well, and he comes in unmarked. Who's marking him here? He's supposed to be marking him. He's supposed to be number 24, Andy Lyons. Lyons doesn't stick to him. He gets free of Andy Lyons and just steams in around the back of the rest of the Blackpool defence. They just stood ball watching as he comes across, and by the time they realise it's gone to Andrew Bamidele, he puts his foot through it, and he's in the back of the net. In Forest, I did say if Forest got the first goal, I think they could go on to it. And just a good tribute there from Andrew Bamidele after the news today that Checo Kiote's father had passed away. Good respect from Nottingham Forest goal scorer there, Andrew Bamidele, with Chris Wood pointing to it as well.
Absolutely. And Forest are also wearing black armbands today in tribute to Koyate's father. The ball is with Morgan. It's given wider to Connolly, who plays it wide, but hits it actually against Dominguez. And that's gone inside from Ekpiteta, who won the ball after it ricocheted off Dominguez. It's now back with Ekpiteta, who goes wider to Husband. And Husband plays it inside to Albie Morgan. And Morgan plays it inside to Norburn, and who goes wider to Husband. It's intercepted by Dominguez, and now it's with Yates, back to Dominguez. Now it's with Williams, and Williams goes back to the goal scorer, Bamidele, who goes back to Lacomodos, and Blackpool continue to press. Lacomodos now goes wider to the left-hand side to Tavares, to Murillo. Murillo plays a long ball forward, but it's intercepted again by Connolly, and it's now gone out for a Forest throw. Blackpool continue to press for us.
They are, Luke, yes, and that's what I'm liking about this. Blackpool are not frightened. They're not frightened to stay back. They're all looking to try and get that goal, try and get back in this cup 10. Well, like that at the start as well. They're trying to get that first goal. That first goal's now gone after Andrew Bamidele slammed home on 16 minutes. Fantastic goal from the corner. Well worked corner as well. And Blackpool, this is what they do. Yes, they go behind. And it's happening in the first building, which they go behind and they always try and fight back.
Hamilton just tried to come forward there, but it was intercepted and gone out for a Blackpool throw level with the Forest penalty area, which will be taken by Gabriel. Gabriel will take his time here for coming forward and throws it into Rhodes. Rhodes now goes back to Morgan. Morgan now plays it back to the goalkeeper Grimshaw, and Grimshaw plays it back forward to Norburn, and Norburn goes wider towards Andy Lyons. Lyons has been battling with Dominguez, but it goes now to Husband, who then gives it to Morgan, who sprays the ball wider, looking for Gabriel, but it's intercepted by Hudson-Odoi, and now it's back intercepted, and with Albie Morgan. Morgan now to Husband, and Husband goes back to Morgan, and then Morgan goes inside to Ekpiteta, who then goes wide further across to Connolly, who then goes inside to Morgan and back to Ekpiteta. Ekpiteta now to Husband, who gives it away to Mangala. Mangala can now come racing forward, and he's still going, and then plays it across to Tavares, who then goes wider to Hudson-Odoi, back to Tavares. Tavares to Mangala, who goes back to Murillo. Murillo now plays it into Mangala, who goes wider to Tavares, back inside to Mangala, who then turns and goes back to Ombamadeli, who's just inside the centre circle, who then plays back to Mangala, and is given away now to Gabriel, and Nuno Tavares fouls Jordan Gabriel in the centre of the field. Free kick to Blackpool.
Yes, I'm just looking at this free kick decision here again now, looking. It is a free kick. I don't know why Nuno Tavares was complaining there. Took his legs after he almost laid the ball off now. So I'm not sure why he was looking at Dan Bond and complaining then, Nuno Tavares.
It's now with Murillo. Murillo battling well and keeps hold of the ball and gives it to Danilo, who then goes back to Tavares. Tavares into Mangala, who quickly gives it out to Murillo, who goes back to Tavares. Tavares now plays it into Chris Wood, and it's now with it's intercepted by Rhodes, and it's played forward towards Kiri. Kiri then battling well with Ombamadeli, and it's gone wide to Williams. Williams now to Dominguez. Dominguez into the centre to Yates. Yates now looking to the left-hand side and plays the ball over the top towards Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi is, it's let run to Grimshaw in the Blackpool goal. Was that offside, Russ?
Yeah, I think he's offside. As you look here, he's just offside, just gone the fraction too early there. Did Callum Hudson-Odoi, and that's why the attack was brought to an halt.
It's now with Nuno Tavares in the corner flag, and he's coming forward now, battling with CJ Hamilton, who is now gone back to Murillo, and the ball's played forward towards Chris Wood. It's intercepted again now by Blackpool. It's given into Albert Morgan. Morgan wider to Husband, and then Husband comes forward and plays it inside to Morgan. Morgan now towards Norburn. Norburn plays on the ball over the top towards Rhodes, who heads it up in the air but doesn't quite make Kiri, and that's Danilo, who plays a forward ball to Wood, and it's now with Yates, who goes wide to right hand side to Dominguez, inside to Yates, then back to Dominguez, who goes inside to Mangala. Mangala now to Danilo. Danilo gives it wider to Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi now coming down this left hand side and dinks the ball into the box, but it just goes straight through and out for a goal kick, evading everybody. Poor cross that, Russ?
Yeah, I was about to say to you, that's a poor cross that from the player of Callum Hudson-Odoi's stature. A brilliant cross. It would have been a brilliant cross had he got the angle and connection on it correctly, but it was always going to go over, always going wide, and it was never going to trouble Grimshaw, and Wood was never going to get an end of it. So for me, yes, definite poor corner.
Now with Murillo to inside to Mangala. Mangala now turns away and gives it to Nico Williams. Williams further wide towards his right hand side to Dominguez. He comes inside and plays to Mangala. Quickly given to Yates and back to Dominguez. Dominguez now back inside to Yates, who goes back to Dominguez, who goes further back to Ombamadeli. He then plays it across to Murillo. He then goes back across to Bamadelli under pressure from Rhodes. Plays to Dominguez, who goes inside to Mangala, who then gives it a forward ball towards Danilo. Danilo now, he plays a stray ball and intercepted by Ekpateta, and the ball goes back to Grimshaw. Grimshaw now to Husband. Husband inside to Albie Morgan. Morgan now wider to Husband and inside to Rhodes. He goes down under 3, but nothing given, so Williams comes forward, plays the ball looking for Chris Wood, but it's far too quick and in front of him. Again, poor decision there, Russ.
Yeah, poor decision making then. That's his most interesting for its time. Could be 2 or 3-0 up if they got the decision making correctly and plays time the runs correctly, but that's just what's letting Forest down at this moment in time. Poor decision making in the end there, Luke.
Grimshaw to take the goal kick, and he takes it short to Husband. Husband now goes forward to Morgan, who goes back to Husband, who then goes back to Grimshaw, who plays it now forward to Morgan. Morgan turns and is looking for an option, so he just carries the ball forward, and then plays a long ball over towards, he's intercepted by Lyons, and then intercepted again by Williams. It's gone back to Husband, who now plays it to Morgan. Actually, Norburn. Norburn goes back to Connolly, and Connolly into Morgan. And Morgan now looking for an option again. Just strolling with the ball over halfway, and then plays it into Sonny Carey. He plays it wider, looking towards Jordan Gabriel. And Gabriel goes back to Connolly, who whips the ball into the box. It's bouncing around. Lyons now plays it back to Husband, who plays the ball across, intercepted by Mangala. And now Dominguez plays it down to Nico Williams, who plays the ball further forward to Chris Wood. But it's intercepted again, and now it's out for a Forest throw. Of which is being left to Nico Williams.
Yes, just want to let the listeners know, Luke, there's been another goal in one of the other cup replays tonight. Bristol Rovers leading by a goal to 0 against Norwich City. Lou McCormick, after 20 minutes, is the scorer in that game this evening.
Thank you, Russ. Danilo plays the ball up into the sky, and it's now bounced down, and Husband goes up. It doesn't, when it actually given us a free kick there, but I looks a bit Dominguez as a judge to have fouled Husband. Do you see anything in that, Russ?
Not for me, Luke. I don't think there was really much in that there, but I can see why the referee's given it. But for me, there weren't much in that one, to be honest with you.
27 minutes gone. Blackpool 0, Forest 1 here on the commentary hub. Husband plays it down the line towards Lyons. Lyons now level the box, whips it in, and it's blocked by Nico Williams. And Dominguez plays the ball towards the left-hand side, where Hudson-Odoi wins it, and he's coming forward over halfway. Hudson-Odoi now using his pace to come forward. He's got Nuno Tavares, who is outside him, but he opts to come inside and plays it to Nico Williams on the right-hand side. Williams now back inside to Yates. Yates now to Williams. Williams goes back to Dominguez. Dominguez inside to Bamadelli, who goes inside to Murillo, and he goes back to Bamadelli, who then goes back further to the Commodores. The Commodores to Bamadelli, who slows the game down and gives it to Mangala, who then gives it back to Bamadelli, who then goes out wide to Dominguez, and then back to Bamadelli, inside to Yates, and further then wide to Dominguez. Dominguez then goes inside to Wood. Wood down inside his own half, gives it to Yates, who then gives it wide to the left to Danilo, who then plays the ball over the top, looking for Hudson-Odoi, who pushes the ball past Gabriel, and it goes straight out of play. Lack of control there, Russ?
Yeah, lack of control then. I think also there was also too much on the ball towards him as well. I think that's just what's letting Forest down in the final third, just too much on the passes or too much on the forward balls is is what's happening. And when they've got too much time to think, Luke, that's when these things are being let down there.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not sure the free kick was taken by Ekpiteta there. Yes, now Husband inside to Ekpiteta, and Ekpiteta plays the ball forward long towards Gabriel, who heads on to CJ Hamilton. Hamilton now has got Murillo to beat. He's having a run at Murillo, who intercepts and plays it out for the first Blackpool corner. Good interception there from Murillo, Russ.
Yeah, good interception from Murillo's. Timed that interception correctly as well, because if they got that one wrong, could have been a penalty. But come across there and gives a good challenge in there. The Murillo to put it behind for the corner. Good response from Blackpool since going behind. Can they find a way back into this now?
Well, it's going to be taken from the right-hand side for Blackpool by, that looks like, Albie Morgan, I think. Well, the referee's having to speak to Ekpiteta and Onbamidele at the moment, and also Chris Wood is in there. There's some pushing and shoving going off in the box there that Darren Bond is not happy with.
Is Darren Bond ever happy with Luke? Is Darren Bond ever happy with a football match, Luke? I don't think he is.
No, probably not. The ball comes in to the near post and it's headed away by Murillo. It's now with Carey, who plays a strange ball, but it's gone to Morgan, who hits a shot which has gone wide of the target. Again, poor shot there, Russ, from Morgan.
Yeah, he pitches down well, and then just as he opens up for him, he just couldn't get a clean connection onto that one and try and turn it towards goal. It was very poor effort in the end from me, and he needs to be testing Vlachodimos there much better than what he did.
So Vlachodimos with another goal kick, and everyone's migrating to the left-hand side of the field. So the ball's going long, and it's won by Wood, who's flicked it on, looking for Dominguez, which is intercepted by Morgan. Morgan goes back to Grimshaw. Grimshaw being pressed by Wood, but it's straight to Norburn. Norburn now to Husband. And Husband he's still got it. He's turning and playing the ball forward long to Carey, but it's intercepted by Nico Williams, but it's actually out for a Blackpool throw. Be taken by Husband into Morgan. Husband now down the line towards Rhodes, but it's now with Lyons to Carey. Carey battling with Murillo, and Onbamidele plays the ball long forward, but Connolly intercepts. Connolly now to Gabriel. Gabriel just loses it but gets it back and plays it to Norburn, and Norburn plays it wide to the left hand side to Husband, and he goes inside to Albie Morgan, who plays it further inside to Norburn, who tries to turn away from Dilo and gives it back to Ekpiteta, who gives it wide to Connolly, who goes further down towards CJ Hamilton in the box. It's back with Gabriel. Gabriel now running, but it gives it to Norburn, who plays the ball long, and Nico Williams heads to Yates. It's given away again, but Alvin Morgan dinks the ball over towards Jordan Rhodes, and it's out for a goal kick. Which will be taken shortly.
He needs to be doing better then. I saw Rhodes, and I think it was Carey appealing for handball as the initial ball come across, and as it was headed down. You can't really give an handball there because his arms were in the natural position there for me. So I want to get anything when they appealed for handball there, Blackpool, a couple of minutes ago.
Tavares now plays it forward to Wood, who then gives it to Danilo, who's pulled back, and free kick given to Forest for a foul by Norburn. Be taken by Murillo. Murillo plays it to Danilo. Danilo back to Murillo. Murillo now plays it wider to Tavares. It's gone out for a Blackpool throw, taken quickly by Hamilton towards Rhodes. Rhodes now plays it across, but it's gone out for a Blackpool corner off Murillo.
Yeah, Murillo defending it well there. And one of Blackpool fans having a go at him there. And he's just got a yellow card there, did Murillo. And this is what it's for. Look, the ball has just gone. He's kicked the ball away. And the reason why the fans having a go at him, it's a Blackpool fan in the crowd, and he's got booked for kicking the ball away, which he get booked for these days. So it's still a yellow card to give up that, to pick up there for Murillo, and he now needs to be careful for the remainder of this game.
Yeah, silly yellow card there from Murillo. Corner comes in to the near post again from Gabriel, back out for another corner. Didn't really beat the first man, but Nuno Tavares heads it out for the corner there. So corners be taken again by Morgan. Whips it in further this time towards the back post, and Domingos heads it straight to Carey. Carey now gives it back to Hamilton, who plays it wider towards Alvin Morgan. It's played across the box, but intercepted by Omobamidele, and is now with Connolly, who's had it intercepted and nicked off him by Dominguez, but it's out for a Forest throw, which Nuno Tavares will take. 35 minutes gone. Danilo plays it long, but it's intercepted by Connolly, who gives it back to Grimshaw, who then plays it wider to Husband. Husband now plays it. No, he's going to play it down the line towards Rhodes. He's now with Hamilton, and it's gone back forward, but we're now with Ekpateta to Morgan, and Morgan plays it wider to Husband. He plays it back to Morgan, who's looking for options, and then plays it to Norburn, who goes back to Morgan, and then goes back to Norburn. And it was early pressure, but fouled by Danilo.
So a free kick to give away then as well, Luke, from a Forest perspective. Just for me, if I was to just probably try and manage this game out, get to half time, get to 1-0 up, and try and then regroup in the dressing room at half time and see how the second half goes. But for me, poor decision to give away that free kick, and a cheap free kick to give away too.
Husband now dinks the ball in towards the back post towards Ekpateta, but it's headed away. Now with Norburn, he plays it back towards the box, and now Tavares has come out with it. Tavares has had the ball nicked off him by Norburn, who then plays it back towards Hamilton, but Danilo's got it, and now it's with Yates. Yates, striding towards halfway, plays it wider to Dominguez. Dominguez now just inside the Blackpool half, plays it back to Mangala, and then back out to Dominguez, and then back to Mangala. Mangala now into Omobamidele, who now looks and plays it to Murillo. Murillo inside to Danilo. Danilo out to Hudson-Odoi, and then back to Murillo, and now with Danilo, and then back with Nuno Tavares. Tavares beats Gabriel, and then plays the ball looking for Wood, but it's intercepted by Ekpateta to Morgan. Now it's with Gabriel down the line towards Hamilton, but it's gone out for a Forest throw, which will be taken just on the halfway line. Just looking at Neil Critchley and Nuno Espirito Santo now in either technical area. Now it's with Tavares with a throw. Throws it in to Wood, and it's intercepted again, but it's now with Mangala. Mangala to Yates. Yates plays the ball wide to Williams, and then goes back down the line to Yates. Yates now having a run at Husband, and still got it, and plays it back to Dominguez for Mangala. Mangala now to Yates, who then tries to play back to Dominguez, but it looks like he switched off there.
Yeah, I think Dominguez were expecting Yates to take it forward, go towards the penalty area instead of playing it off to him first time, and that's probably what caught him out there for me, Luke.
Absolutely. Husband throws the ball to Rhodes, but it's intercepted by Mangala. It's now with Bamadelli, who plays the ball looking for Yates, but that was way too quick and intercepted by Ekpiteta, and now with Grimshaw. Grimshaw now to Connolly. Connolly goes further wide to Gabriel. Gabriel now running inside and plays it to the left to Husband. Husband plays it back to Morgan, and Morgan plays it back to Grimshaw. Under pressure from Wood, but it comes out of the box and plays it forward towards Hamilton, but it's intercepted again by both sides. And it's now with Albie Morgan. Morgan gives it away to Dominguez, who then gives it away to Husband. And Husband then plays it to Norburn. Norburn then plays it forward to Carey and then to Morgan. Morgan to Husband. Husband then plays it to Norburn, who then plays the ball slightly wider to Carey, who then comes inside and sprays the ball wide to Hamilton. Gabriel. Gabriel now down the line to Hamilton, just inside the box, and he goes back to Gabriel. Gabriel now plays it to Connolly, who whips the ball in, but it's headed away by Mangala, and then tries to bring it down by Wood. It's now with Ekpiteta to Morgan, wider to Husband. Intercepted ball now to Dominguez, and then Yates goes down off the ball. Mangala plays it to Bamadelli, back to Mangala. Yates is back on his feet, and it's back with Lacomodos. He then plays the ball out wide towards Hudson-Odoi, but it's out for a Blackpool throw to take quickly down the line to Hamilton. Hamilton twisting and turning, trying to beat Murillo. I have to go back to Connolly. Connolly into Norburn. Norburn goes back to Ekpiteta, who then goes across to Husband, and it misses him, and it gets all in a tangle. What do you make to Blackpool's response for us for going behind?
I think they've done really, really well. Look, you can see that Neil Critchley knows what he wants from his side, and putting it into the game plan to perfection, with closing Forest down every opportunity, having chances of their own. Yes, they've not yet scored, but if they can keep it to 1-0 till they get to half time and have about 3.5 minutes or so, or thereabouts, plus stoppage time, and they can keep it at 1-0, they've got every chance against this to extra time and potentially going on to win it at Blackpool. And that's what Neil Critchley will probably be saying to his team at half time: if they keep it at 1-0, you're still in the tie, anything can happen. It only takes a goal and you're right back into it.
It's now with Tavares over halfway to Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi now plays it inside to Mangala. Mangala coming forward for Forest and plays it wider to Williams. Williams down the line to Yates. Yates back to Williams, back to Yates. Yates goes inside to Mangala, who gives it back to Williams. Williams making a run inside and backwards and plays it to Bamadelli, who gives it to Murillo inside the Forest half. It's now with Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi back to Murillo, who then plays it long to Hudson-Odoi. It's now with Danilo. Danilo inside to Wood. Wood now goes wider to Danilo. Danilo whips the ball across, but it's intercepted and behind for another corner by Callum Connolly.
Yeah, good defending that from Connolly there, Luke. He saw the danger well, he read the dangers, he knew Wood had got the ball, so he went towards Wood. But then, as soon as Wood laid it off to Mangala, Danilo it was, he saw Danilo didn't look to put the ball into the was near post, so cut that area off. So when the ball went in, he could put it behind to the corner. Steve Blackpool have learned to switch on from this corner now, since one of the previous corners was scored by Bamadelli. Let's see if we can pick him up this time, or whether a repeat can happen.
Well, the corner comes in, it's headed away by Ekpiteta to Dominguez, who hits a shot over the bar. Very
wayward effort there. And Luke, for me there, you look at it here, Luke, as well. Look, he's got his headed out, and he comes to him, and he's leaning back as he's hit it, and he's always going to rise as he's leaning back. You need to get to put your head over a knee over the ball and stride through it and keep it low and keep it on target. If you put your foot and knee over the ball, he's going to go low and going to go on target and test the keeper. If you lean back, he's always going to go over like he did there.
Murillo smashes the ball into the crowd, and it's going to be a Blackpool throw just inside the Forest half, throwing long towards CJ Hamilton, but again Murillo puts it out for another throw, which will be taken by Gabriel. Gabriel to take the throw on the right hand side, Forest's left. It's going to be a long throw into the box towards Connolly. It's just gone over the top of Ekpiteta. Ekpiteta plays it long across the play to goal, and it just goes out for a throw there. But that was a close one there, Russ.
Yeah, very close time. All they needed there after that ball from Ekpiteta was flashed across, all they needed was someone to go and slide in there. If one of the two players in there, which I think was, one was Carey, I think the other one was Morgan, if either one of them had slid in, it would have been 1-1 and Forest have lived dangerously. The one he tried going to get to half time, which was 7 minutes of sub-7, that's going to be in a minute, but Forest hanging on now and living dangerously.
It's now with Connolly, who plays it wider towards Gabriel, but it's intercepted by Murillo, and it's now Hudson-Odoi who plays it inside to Tavares. There's 1 minute at a time. Danilo. It's now with Hamilton, who plays it inside to Morgan, and Morgan plays it inside to Norburn, who goes back to Ekpiteta, who's just over halfway and plays it inside to Albion Morgan, back towards Ekpiteta. He then sprays the ball long, looking for Jordan Rhodes, but it's in the hands of the Commodores inside the Forest box.
I think he's just going to take his time here now, just to wait to get towards that, about 5 seconds left, and then he's going to kick it to get to half time. And Forest will probably be happy at 1-0 at half time, especially the way Blackpool have come on to him.
Yep, and Odysseus plays the ball long over halfway, and that's half time. It's Blackpool 0, Forest 1. Russ, your overall thoughts on that half?
Yes, it's been a good first half. I think Blackpool have come back into it. Forest started well. Blackpool edged the way back into it. And I think that Forest will be probably happy that it's half time because of the way Blackpool have come on to them after a few minutes of the games being played. And for me, I think Forest will look a little happier of the two due to the fact that they're leading, but Blackpool will be encouraged by their performance and their display since going a goal behind and only remaining a goal behind. And just to bring up our listeners up to date, Everton are leading by a goal to 0 against Crystal Palace in their FA Cup match. Andre Gomez with the goal on 42 minutes. And just want to mention about a player from the Premier League in Brentford's Johan Visser. He is equalised for Congo DR against Zambia in the African Cup of Nations. Is 1-1 in their game. That kicked off at 8 o'clock this evening. He scored on 27 minutes. That one in the African Cup of Nations there. I just want to give a mention to Brentford's Johan Visser, who scored for Congo DR against Zambia in the AFCON this evening.
Alright, well at half time it's Blackpool 0, Forest 1. Back to you, Paul.
Thank you, Luke. So yes, Forest hold the lead by a goal to 0, and the goal scored by Andrew Omabamageli. Well, they're holding on right now, but it's still very tight at Bloomfield Road, and everything's still up for grabs. As we'll just talk about the other games going on in the FA Cup third round right now. Every game now has a goal. Bristol Rovers are beating Norwich by a goal to 0. The goal there by Luke McCormick, and that goal was scored on 20 minutes. Everton, as mentioned by Russ just before the half-time interval there, are leading by a goal to 0. Andre Gomez on 42 minutes. In the African Cup of Nations earlier on, Morocco played Tanzania, and Morocco won by 3 goals to 0. Tanzania was also reduced to 10 men in that game as well. As Russ also mentioned, the Democratic Republic of Congo are drawing 1-1 right now with Zambia, and Vita with the goal there for the Democratic Republic of Congo, and Kangwa, if I pronounced that correctly, I'm sorry if I haven't, gave the early lead for Zambia in that one. We've had a couple of comments in the comment section. Fiddler Forest, Forest fan from the US here. Really appreciate your coverage and commentary since I refused to pay $11 to ESPN to watch this game. And I totally agree with you. Cable prices are outrageous. And, well, we're going to take a short break right now. We're going to be back in just a few moments. And then we're going to speak to Russ a little bit about his views on the first half. So we'll be right back after the break. Welcome back. Nottingham Forest leading against Blackpool at Bloomfield Road at half time. I'd just like to bring in our co-commentator Ross Vernon. He's doing the co-com today. And Ross, how do you think Blackpool played in that first half? I actually felt myself that the Seasiders came into it a little bit more as the half went on. Would you agree with that?
I would, yes, and what I liked about them as well, Paul, is that even though they're trailing 1-0, they are still giving it a go. They're still making it as if it's still 0-0, trying to get that next goal. Because after every game or every goal goes in, you always hear chances of or shouts of 0-0, it's 0-0. When he kicks off again, he's back to 0-0, back to 0-0, restart, back to 0-0 all the time. And that's what Blackpool have done. They've got, even, yes, they are losing 1-0, but they've like reset themselves back to the start of the game and tried going again. And they've closed Nottingham Forest down and not allowed Forest time and possession to get forward from the back every time they've tried playing down from the back, and that's what causing Forest a few problems in this first half. And they've been lucky not to be level in this game for me.
Yeah, I actually agree with you. They've really come into it as the half has progressed. Do you think Nottingham Forest really then have tried to settle back and just take the 1-goal lead into half time? What do you think Nuno will be saying to his Forest players at half time going into the second half?
Yeah, for me, I think when you look at it, he'll be saying, yes, look, we are 1-0 up. Blackpool are coming back into it. We need to be clinical in the final third, kill off this game, go 2-3-0 up. Maybe try and get 2 more goals in the second half to go 3-0 up. Maybe try and get 3 goals in the second half to go 4-0 up, and try and cause them a few more problems. Make it harder for Blackpool to get back into this game. Make it harder for Blackpool to come back and get that foot into the next round. Get us over the line, get us to Ashton Gate in the next round against Bristol City, and try and get us into the half for the next round and into the game. And Forest already back out there on the field, Paul, as you're talking to me, and or getting ready to come back out. Nuno's sat back in his dugout already, so he's already done his team talk, and I think he'll be pleased with they're leading 1-0, but not pleased with the finishing in the final third. I think that needs to improve if Forest start to get anything out of this game, in my opinion, because I think they're only going to take a mistake and Blackpool will be right back in it.
And Blackpool players, are they not out for the second half yet?
Blackpool players are just going back out for the second half right now, Paul. They're just making their way back out right this second. I think Neil Critchley, like he said to you, be happy with his side's performance, just lacking that final clinical touch in the final third, and I think he'll be working on that in the second half. But the team's back out and we're almost ready for the second half now.
All right, well then we'll hand back to our commentary team of Luke and Ross. And first, Luke Turton, go ahead please.
Yes, so the teams are back out here at Bloomfield Road. I don't believe either side have made any changes that I can see. So
I don't think there's been any changes even there, so I think it's spot on there. Unless, I think, in fact, the Forest made a late change here. I'm not sure if someone just...
No, that was Hudson Odoi. He was just late out.
Yeah, no, just being late out, you just confused me for a second. And I thought there were no changes. But I thought, is that a late change? Is that the second half? But you're right, it's kind of Hudson Odoi, Luke. We look like they made a late change.
All right, so it's going to be Ollie Norburn to kick us back off, who plays the ball back to Grimshaw, who's been pressed early by Chris Wood, but the ball's been played long towards, I believe that was Hamilton, and now it's headed forward by Omar Madeli, headed back forward by Kiri, and it's now brought down by Ryan Yates. It's now with Murillo, who plays a long ball, which is intercepted by Connolly. It's now with Hudson Odoi. Hudson Odoi goes back to Tavares. Tavares plays it forward towards Chris Wood. It's now with Connolly and back to Grimshaw. Grimshaw being pressed, but it's gone wider to Ekpiteta. Ekpiteta inside to... it's been played back. And then it's inside of Danilo. Danilo shoots. And it's gone in. Danilo scored. That was a bit of a mess, wasn't it, Russ?
Back there, poor mistake from them, and that's what the Seasiders didn't want, to concede an early goal in this second half, and that's what they've just gone and done. They've conceded an early goal in the second half, and one which the manager will not be very pleased about. And Danilo had all the time in the world there to slot home. Chris Wood did absolutely fantastic to close down the mistakes. Yes, forced a mistake as well, and Dominguez went in and went down injured, but Danilo profited from that. He noticed the ball had run loose after Grimshaw had cleared it with his feet. Come back to Danilo, shot went in, took a deflection of Ekpiteta, and that's what made it go beyond the goalkeeper and into the back of the net. Otherwise, I think it might have been cleared if you didn't do the inside leg of Marvin Ekpiteta to go into the back of the net. And Blackpool now really have it all to do as Forest. I did say that Premier League quality could shine, and it looks like they are doing 2-0 their lead.
Yeah, it was a poor ball back by Albie Morgan in the first place, which then there was a tackle by Grimshaw on Dominguez, and then that's when Danilo pounced on it. So everything has to go down to probably Blackpool trying to play out from the back there as well, Russ.
Yes, it does, and Blackpool did that successfully in the first half. Well, in the second half, they've not been able to do it, and so far, that is. We'll have to see if they make a change in tact in this game, or whether they're going to continue doing this. Because if they continue doing like this, it's going to be 3, 4, maybe 5.
There's a stoppage for some reason at the moment. I'm not sure why. I'm predicting it's probably for Grimshaw or Dominguez that were down.
Dominguez is still down.
Right, well, if Dominguez is down, then Forest will have to look to make a change. Oh no, Dominguez is still talking to Danilo, and I'm unsure exactly what's going on because we couldn't look at Neil Critchley. Yeah, Daniel Grimshaw is currently bending down, holding his arm, and it's now kicked back off again, and it's with Carey has gone wide towards. I think that was Hamilton on that side, but it's out for a throw-in anyway, which will be taken by Lions. Throws it down the line. Oh no, now it's Lions. He now is battling with 4 Forest players, and it comes out to Wood. Wood inside to Yates, but under pressure. Yates gets it back and plays it into Wood, but actually it was that intercepted, or was that blocked off by the ref or something? I'm not sure what happened there.
Yeah, I think he's the referee there, Lukey, and that's why the referee stopped play, because he's hit him, and once the ball is the referee, he's going to stop play. But Grimshaw's down again here.
Yes, Grimshaw is not looking very happy at the moment. It's now with Ekpiteta. Ekpiteta was bundled into by Chris Wood, but it's gone out for a Forest throw.
I wonder if Forest will take advantage of that, Luke, knowing full well that he's injured Grimshaw. I wonder if they'll test him a bit more now, see if he can hold on to these efforts, or whether he's just going to leave it in, or whether they'll have to make a change of edge from a Rotherham goalkeeper, Richard O'Donnell, shortly.
Yes, that's a good point for us. Well, Murillo's gone back to Odysseus, and he's just standing on the ball and plays it out towards Nuno Tavares. Tavares now inside to Yates, back to Tavares, intercepted by Gabriel, but it's sent to Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi to Murillo. Murillo turns away from Hamilton and plays it into Wood. Wood loses the ball, but was fouled by Ekpiteta, so that's going to be a Forest free kick. Just inside the Forest half.
Yeah, and they've been impressed with how Forest have started the second half. Yes, we were 1-0 up, but they are trying to get that. We're trying to get that second goal, trying to get its third goal now. And Blackpool can't just live with them at the moment. I can see it being 3 or 4 maybe come full time.
Yes, well, Hudson-Odoi is making his way towards the box, and now into the box and plays it to Yates. Yates hits a shot, but it's deflected off 2 Blackpool players and collected by Grimshaw in the Blackpool goal. Tame shot there, Russ?
Yeah, tame effort there from Yates. And He was a weak effort as well. He was never going to trouble the goalkeeper, Grimshaw, there. And if he wanted to test him a bit better, see how bad his injury is, he should have hit it a lot harder, which would probably test him a bit more than. Because that one there, Luke, was just like a pass back to your own goalkeeper like you would do if you want to just knock it back to the keeper for him to clear downfield from Yates there. And I was a bit disappointed with that effort from Yates, if I'm honest with you, Luke. And I'm not sure if you was a bit disappointed as well, mate.
Yeah, I was disappointed with that shot from Yates too. It's now with Murillo, who gives it to Armabamidele. Armabamidele goes back to Vlacomidos. He plays it wider to Tavares. Tavares now battling with Hamilton and gives it away to Norburn. Norburn wide to Hamilton. Hamilton now having a run, but he gets blocked off by Yates. It's now with Tavares in the near corner. It's given inside to Murillo, who then dinks it to Yates, who brings it down calmly and plays it to Wood. Wood now to Hudson-Odoi, who gives it inside to Mangala. Mangala plays it quickly to Danilo, who goes back to Armabamidele. He gives it to Vlacomidos, who then just hoofs it forward in the direction of Hudson-Odoi, but it was intercepted by Ekpiteta, but Woods brought it down. It's now with Mangala. Mangala just over halfway. He's looking for an option and plays it inside to Armabamidele. He then goes wider to Dominguez. Then goes inside to Mangala. Mangala now to Danilo. Now it's back with Dominguez. Dominguez to Wood. Wood turns. He's still got it as Chris Wood, who hits a shot, but it's deflected towards Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi now on this left-hand side. Plays it inside to Wood. Wood now to Hudson-Odoi. Gives it inside to Dominguez. Back to Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi then goes back to Armabamidele and then goes inside to Hudson-Odoi. Now it's with Murillo. Murillo goes wider to Yates. And Yates goes back inside to Hudson-Odoi. And now it's with Tavares. Back to Yates. Yates now goes back inside to Nuno Tavares. Tavares back to Yates and then back inside to Tavares. He then gives it away to Hamilton. CJ Hamilton now knocks it past him, but Murillo shuts the door. It's now with Tavares. Inside to Danilo. Danilo goes wider to Nico Williams. Williams having a run at Lyons and then at Albert Morgan, but it's now with Dominguez. Dominguez forced back to Armabamidele. He then turns away from a couple of Blackpool players and plays it back to Murillo. Murillo plays the ball long, but is intercepted by Husband and now with Lyons. There's a stray ball now to Dominguez. Dominguez plays the ball across to Hudson-Odoi. It was just behind him. He gets clattered into off the ball. He stayed down. Mangala to Danilo. Danilo now has given the ball wider to, I think that's, I wasn't sure. I think that's now with Nico Williams. It was pushed off the field by Carey.
It was Dominguez first, Luke, and then on to Nico Williams. Hudson-Odoi is down. And it looked a bad challenge down Hudson-Odoi, and I'm surprised the referee didn't get a free kick, to be honest there. Look, we're just watching this challenge again, look here. I'm surprised here that he didn't give a free kick there. Yes, Danilo gets the ball, but he followed through and he catches him with his knee right into that and goes down with his studs of his other foot onto his back as he's just getting up there. So I'm surprised he didn't give a free kick there, but I can see why he got the ball. But normally, follow-throughs are given, and that's what wasn't given tonight.
Yes, and that was a foul by the former Forest player Jordan Gabriel on Hudson-Odoi, who Forest signed from Chelsea.
Yes. While there's a man down, Luke, while he's receiving treatment, there's been a goal in the game between Bristol Rovers and Norwich City. Gabriel Sara is made it 1-1 on 53 minutes. Bristol Rovers 1, Norwich City 1 in their game there. Whoever wins that will play Liverpool in the next round.
All right, that's very interesting stuff. Hudson-Odoi is still receiving treatment here. Looking at the subs bench for us for Forest, who would you say would be the ideal replacement to come on for Hudson-Odoi if he can't continue?
Well, for me, I don't really know much about Aguilera, Onsong, McDonald or Gardner, because they're the youngsters for me. The only one could potentially come on is Harry Toffolo, And what I would do then, you move Nuno Tavares that bit further forward into the left wing role of Hudson Doyes and have Toffolo there. Because then if Toffolo gets forward, he's got from left back, Nuno Tavares can get back and cover. So or could put Toffolo that bit further forward. So either one of those two could work down that left hand side. So they've got pace to cover each other whoever gets forward.
Well, just while the Hudson-Odoi treatment was going on, we've also got Dan Grimshaw down again in the Blackpool goal. So we could see a substitution for Blackpool as if Grimshaw can't continue. It's not the first time he's been down in this half so far.
Yeah, he's struggling a bit here, Grimshaw. I think, as I said, I think we'll have to pitch on Richard O'Donnell. I just was about to say that to you, Luke. Richard O'Donnell is getting some final pieces of instructions from the goalkeeping coach and some of the other backroom staff and some of his teammates. So then Richard O'Donnell is going to come on for Grimshaw here, which is going to be a big blow for Blackpool. Yes, they're 2-0 down, but Grimshaw has kept them in with some of the chances that Forest had in that first half. So it's going to be a big blow for Forest if he has to go off. Because I don't think Richard O'Donnell's played an awful lot of game time this season, so he may be a bit rusty, for which that could lead to Forest scoring 2 more to get 4-0, or maybe even 3 more to get towards 5-0. You have to wait and see as Richard O'Donnell's about to come on here, which I thought would have to happen at one stage. We're just taking a bit of time for. So let's see if he could continue. We can't. So he's now going off his Grimshaw, which is sad to see because he's been playing well in this. He played well in that first half. Grimshaw kept the score down.
Yes, so 32 Dan Grimshaw is going off, and number 1 Rich O'Donnell is coming on. Doesn't look like Forest are going to have to take Hudson-Odoi off from what I can see. It's going to be a Forest free kick on the...
First, I just want to mention, Luke, Forest are down to 10 men at the moment, it looks like, after Hudson-Odoi had to receive some treatment.
Yes, so Hudson-Odoi has to wait at the side. From the right-hand side, it's whipped in now, the free kick, and it's gone straight through and out for a
corner, I think.
Corner? Did it come off Husband? It might have
come off Husband. Yeah, it comes off Husband, yeah. Good defensive play from Husband there. Down for the corner.
So yes, Forest have a corner on the left-hand side, which is going to be taken by Nuno Tavares. Interesting.
Yeah, I thought that's interesting as well, Luke. I took him there this game, so I'm surprised taking him now.
So Tavares with the corner, whipped in the middle of the box, headed out by Ekpateta. It's now going to be with Albie Morgan. Morgan goes long into the air.
That's got snow coming down on it.
Yeah.
That's the saying they say when he's gone that so far up into the sky, Luke.
And it's going to be a throw to Forest taken by Nuno Tavares. Throws into Yates. Yates to Tavares. Back to Yates, who goes back to Murillo. Murillo goes back to the Commodus. He just stands and gives it back calmly to Murillo. He's back with Commodus. He then plays it out to Williams. Williams now hits it against Lyons, but it's actually gone out for a Blackpool throw. Be taken by Husband. Husband now throws it into Lyons, back to Husband. Husband battling with Dominguez on that side. He's now with towards the direction of Jordan Rhodes, battling with Mangala, and gives it inside to Lyons, but it's intercepted. It's now with Omar Bamadelli, who goes across to Murillo, who has to kick it out quickly, and Danilo has to get there as well. Yates on the edge of his box, and Murillo hits it straight to Hamilton at the edge of the box. Hamilton now inside the box, whips it across. It's headed just across by Mangala. It's now with Morgan, who hits a wonder goal into the top corner. LB Morgan scores again against Forest. It's now Blackpool 1, Forest 2. Russ, that was a bit of a mess again.
Yes, and what a goal from Albie Morgan. I was saying before the game, was talking off air, before the game and in the build-up to this one, and Morgan caused Forest a number of problems in the first game, and he scored a cracking goal in the first game as well to take it to a replay. And what a goal this is as well. Header comes out from, I think he's Nico Williams. It comes to Morgan. It sits kindly for him, and he just slashes it into the top corner. Look at this. Fetches it down well, and then just hits it into the roof of the net. Fantastic goal. No chance for the keeper there, the Commodores. Blackpool right back in this now, and that's the goal Blackpool wanted. It's Blackpool 1, Forest 2. Can Blackpool now turn this game around and go on to win it?
Murillo,
And just before the goal has gone in as well, just as our goal went in, Luke, Bristol Rovers are now losing 2-1 to Norwich City. Adam Eder with the penalty on 59 minutes there. It looks like Norwich are now heading to Anfield in the next round.
O'Donnell forward towards Rhodes. Rhodes now, but it's now with Yates. Yates just in the middle of the half plays it back to Tavares. Tavares inside to Mangala, who turns away from Hamilton and plays the ball to Danilo. Danilo goes wider to Williams. Williams inside to Dominguez, and it's now with Mangala. Danilo. It's now with Mangala. Mangala goes back to Amabamidele. He goes back to Vlachomidos, who plays it long towards Tavares. Now with Connolly, and then it's put forward by Norburn towards Gabriel, who goes down off the ball. Mangala comes away with it and gives it to Danilo. Danilo goes wide to Dominguez. Dominguez now plays the ball across towards Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi in the box, hits it, but it goes straight against Connolly, and it's now bounced away, and it's now gone really far long, and Tavares just jogs back and collects the ball and plays it across to Murillo. And Murillo then goes back out to Tavares. Tavares then back inside to Murillo, into Yates. Yates now to Mangala. Mangala to Danilo. Danilo now out to Williams, and Williams turns inside and inside again and plays it to Mangala. Back to Williams, he then goes inside to Amabamidele. He then plays it out to Murillo. Murillo then further to Tavares, back inside to Murillo. He then goes inside to Yates. Yates now turns back to Murillo, and he goes back further to Odysseus. He then holds onto the ball and plays it long, looking towards Chris Wood. It bounces in towards now Gabriel, battling with Tavares, goes down, free kick to Blackpool.
Definitely a free kick there, still a challenge from Forest to give away, especially after just conceding a goal. But I know Nunes won't be happy with that goal being conceded. We'll have to take his ass off. Fantastic strike from Blackpool a few minutes ago.
Hamilton, back to Connolly, who dinks the ball into the box, towards the back post. It's headed away by Dominguez. It's now with Morgan out to Lyons. It's now further there with Husband whips the ball across and straight into the side netting.
Yes, good, decent bit of play from Blackpool there. Just into the side netting from Husband, and I'm not sure. When I look here again, yes, I think he does take a little deflection off of Mangala, and he's gone behind for a Blackpool corner. Good pressure from Blackpool. Can they get an equaliser now?
Corner whipped in by Morgan into the box. The Commodores punches away straight to Kiri, who hits it a second attempt against Dominguez. It's going to go out for a Blackpool throw. Dominguez on the other side to where he's actually playing. So it's now with Kiri. No, Kiri's going to leave the ball for Jordan Gabriel. Gabriel's going to throw it in towards Rhodes. Rhodes flicks on, but Amabamidele slams the ball away. And Wood now comes forward. Wood still going as Chris Wood, running at Ekpateta. He's still going. He's going to need support. He has that in Dominguez. Dominguez now plays it back to Williams, who hits a shot, saved by O'Donnell. It only comes out as far as Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi now pulls the ball across, but it's been intercepted. And then there's a foul by Mangala on, I think that was Rhodes in the middle of the park. It's now, and the free kick was taken quickly, but
I think the ball was moving from that free kick there, Luke. If you just watch this for free, a decent effort, good save from O'Donnell there, and then when it comes back to the Doy, who's the pivot round ball, but that's nowhere near as that's a penalty or an handball there. Don't know why Forest were appealing that there, Luke. That was nowhere near a penalty.
I agree. Very confusing. O'Donnell is going to take the free kick, and he takes it long, and it's now towards Norburn. Oh, actually, Carey. It's now with Rhodes. Rhodes now forward to Lyons. Lyons has got Williams to beat. Skills and puts the ball into the box. Headed away by Murillo. It's out to as far as Danilo. Danilo slams the ball forward, and it's now with O'Donnell because no one was up there. Chris Wood's just getting into picture. It's now headed down by Danilo. Well, headed up by Danilo, and it's now brought down by Carey in the middle. But Danilo's got it. Danilo coming forward. Play to Wood. It goes back to Mangala. Mangala plays a bit of a hospitalised ball to Yates, who gets fouled by Hamilton in the middle of the park. There. May have hurt himself more on the landing than the actual push there from CJ Hamilton. But we got the free kick anyway.
Yeah, but I think it is a free kick though, Luke. Definitely pushed by Hamilton, but I think like you, he's probably hurt himself more with the fall than the actual push himself, and he was just getting back to his feet now. But I think this is a definite free kick for the push on Yates. The Blackpool fans, despite losing here, they're jumping up and down, bouncing around, creating a good atmosphere here, along with the Forest fans.
Yes, absolutely. Dominguez and Tavares are over this free kick. It's Tavares to take. He plays the ball up towards Murillo, who just brought it down on the right-hand side. Now Dominguez, who hits a shot, and it's deflected behind for a corner.
Yes, corner kick here now. Good bit of play there, Luke, from Forest. Good shot from Dominguez. Deflected wide. I wondered where he was going to go at first, but meant to spun into the net, but it's gone behind for a corner. Dominguez across to take it.
Yes, Dominguez on the right-hand side to take an in-swinging corner. The Argentine takes the in-swinger now. It doesn't beat the first man again, but it's come out to Williams. Williams back to Danilo. Danilo headed away by Husband. It's now now Alvin Morgan can break out. Morgan, he's got Lyons to one side. It's Carey. Carey plays it and straight against Danilo. And then Danilo hits it straight out of play for a Blackpool throw, level with our own penalty area. And I think he had to do that in that position there, Russ.
Yeah, he had to do that, Luke. Good thinking from Danilo. There's two balls on the pitch as the cross comes in. And Nico Williams is playing with one ball as the other ball is kicked off for the field. And Forest in possession with Danilo, Luke, as they keep it forward.
Yep. Danilo to Dominguez. And it's gone out of play for a Forest pro. Blackpool are readying changes by the looks of it. I can see Tangerine off the field. Dembele
is one of them. And the other one is number 9, Kyle Joseph, who are coming on.
And there's another one behind Kyle Joseph that's obscured from view, which looks like it's Shane Lavery.
Yeah, but says it's Shane Lavery. It could be.
But Danilo's had the resulting throw put out for a Blackpool throw, of which now we're going to see the changes. So number 16 is going off, which is Rhodes, and Dembele is coming on. I think that's actually Joseph that's come on for Rhodes. Dembele is going to replace Hamilton. And Lavery is going to be replacing Carey. Agree with those changes for us?
Yeah, good attacking changes from Blackpool. Needed to get a bit more firepower and get a bit of fresh legs up from there, Luke. And that's what they've done here. Carey's gone off. Hamilton's gone off, and so too is Rhodes, Lavry, Joseph, and Dembele. And I just wanted to freshen things up there and be interested to see if those changes can inspire Blackpool to want to get an equaliser.
Wood. Now to Dominguez. He plays it the ball, trying to get it to Hudson-Odoi, but it's now poked towards Joseph. But Amramadeli kicks it out of play for a Blackpool throw, which is going to be taken by Husband. Husband throws it into Joseph. Joseph's now battling with Nico Williams. He manages to beat Nico Williams. It's been put out the play off Dominguez for a corner to Blackpool.
Yeah, and good thing there from Joseph. They're getting the crowd up for it, which they already are, but getting them even louder to send this place rocking. And it'd be interesting to see what happens from this corner as one of the players up there, which was us, which was Lions, has moved back out now.
Ball into the box, and it's headed towards goal. Well, it tried to be headed towards goal by Connolly, but it's actually gone wide and out for a goal kick.
Didn't really get good connection on that, did Connolly, Luke, and he was always going to head it down and wide. He was never going to trouble Vlachodimos in the Forest goal, and he's not really had much to do with Vlachodimos. And that goal from Morgan on the just after the hour mark, there was nothing he could do about that. Even if he had Vlachodimos and Matt Turner in goal, neither of them would have saved it.
Now Ekpiteta heads forward towards Joseph, but it's intercepted by Mangala to Wood. Wood now, and it's intercepted by Husband. It's now, it's a free kick on Husband inside the Blackpool half, taken by Norburn, wider towards Lions. He plays the ball long, looking for Lions, so might have been Husband playing that to Lions.
Yeah, I'm surprised about that ball down there. Didn't really have much connection, much vigour onto it, or much thought onto it. So I was a bit surprised with that ball forward there, Luke.
Dembele has just beaten Tavares. Dembele towards the box. He's got to beat Yates. And he's lost the ball, and Yates shields it out for a Forest goal kick there.
I think there with Dembele, Luke, if we manage to see it again in a second on the replays, I think his feet was too quick for what his brain was trying to tell him to do. He did all good hard work by getting into the box and getting past the defender, but then just to the final moment, that composure when he's inside the penalty area there, just what Dembele just landed. Then that's probably just because he's just come on. He's not just still fresh in the game. Once he gets used to it, which may take a bit of time, which Blackpool haven't got, he'll probably do a lot better in those situations.
Hudson-Odoi tried to play the ball forward, but it's now with Danilo. Danilo going towards the box. And it's now with Mangala, giving it inside to Yates. Yates wider to Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi's got Gabriel to beat, but he keeps hold of the ball and plays it back to Tavares. Tavares now plays it in towards Yates. Yates who just flicks it, and it goes straight through to Richard O'Donnell there. Poor bit of play there from Yates.
Yeah, probably the play there from Yates, and I think he's very, very poor incident just there, in my opinion.
It's now with Husband. He plays the ball forward, looking for Lavery. Now Joseph is battling away, and it's gone out for a Forest throw. 75 minutes gone. Still Blackpool 1, Forest 2. We're currently looking at Ryan Yates, the Forest captain. Nico Williams has the ball in his hands, ready to throw it down the line towards Dominguez, but it's won back by Joseph, and now it's a throw further towards the halfway line. Now we're looking at Neil Critchley, who's gone back for a second spell at Blackpool. Ball thrown forward, and it's tried to put by Dominguez, but it's gone back out for another Forest throw. That's the third consecutive one in the past minute. but it's gone even further in towards the Blackpool half. It's now with Danilo, and it's intercepted, but it's now with Williams. It's now out for another Forest throw, where Williams throws his 4th consecutive throw in towards Dominguez, which headed away and brought down by Mangala. It's now with Mangala again. It comes further inside. And the ball's now with Nuno Tavares, who goes to Yates, who lets it run straight to Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi now running towards the box. He's got a few to beat, but it's now with Wood. He pulls the ball across, but nobody was there. It's now with Dembele. And Hudson-Odoi now brings it down to Yates. He plays it back to Hudson-Odoi. He plays it off Gabriel, and then Yates shoves Gabriel. Gabriel fell onto the ball, so it's a Blackpool free kick.
Yeah, just a recap of the other FA Cup scores that's taking place today, Luke, which people can see across the bottom of our screens. It's Bristol Rovers 1, Norwich City 2, and Everton 1, Crystal Palace 0.
All right, well, Richard O'Donnell plays the ball forward, looking for Lavery, but Tavares heads it down. Norburn kicks on, but Murillo heads back forward. And Ekpiteta heads forward, and Mangala tries to head it back the other way. Norburn then brings it down, and Alvin Morgan kicks it straight out of play for a Forest throw on this left-hand side. Nuno Tavares to take. 7 minutes gone now. Tavares throws to Yates. Yates now plays the ball down the line towards Wood, but it was intercepted, and Lavery can now come away with it. Lavery. Williams tries to intercept, but it's now it's gone out for a Blackpool throw, taken quickly down the line to Lyons. Lyons now dinks the ball in towards the box. Joseph heads in. Joseph heads in at the back post. It's Blackpool 2, Forest 2 again. Russ.
Yes, what a bit of good play there from Blackpool to get us level in this game. And Forest have thrown away a 2-goal lead now, Luke, which is to make it, as Blackpool have brought it back to 2-2. And this is good play. You've got to remember a brilliant bit of play on the far side, down that side. It was a throw-in for Blackpool, which they took quickly, and it was all switched off, and you get to the ball line, pull the ball across, and Joseph is on the back. Nico Williams is caught out. There's a brilliant ball from Lyons, who's hungered up there. Murillo can't get there. Joseph is above him and heads it in. But for me, I just want to see this again from this angle. Yes, it looks as though I can see why some first fans may say this is a foul, but for me, it's not a foul because Murillo's holding on to Joseph as well. Joseph is holding on to him as well, and he jumps above him, heads it into the back of the net. 2-2, game on, 10 minutes to go, around about 11 minutes to go, and we could go to extra time here, Luke. What a turnaround, what a game, what a match.
Extra time, beautiful. Well, it's going to be a Forest throw on this near side. It's picked by Nuno Tavares, just inside the Blackpool half. Tavares now throws it towards Danilo, but it's intercepted, and now Dembele, but Dominguez tries to get their first one was fouled. Forest free kick, midway inside the Blackpool half.
Yeah, it'd be interesting if Forest can be back here now, and what their idea is going to be now they've just been pegged back, and Blackpool want to win this. This crowd, that goal from Joseph there is just giving this crowd a lift and just showing people why Blackpool are always good from coming from behind in Bloomfield Road and never had too many matches here at the stadium.
Well, this is just towards the left of the field, but Dominguez and Tavares are over this. Dominguez runs over it, so Nuno Tavares dinks the ball towards the back of the box. Murillo heads up in the air, but I think he was already off the pitch, so it's going to be a Blackpool goal kick with 10 minutes, just under 9.5 to go at 2-2.
Yes, and Fiddler Forest has been in touch. He says, fair play to Blackpool for finding Forest just not staying up on things. And radio jingles and gaming print. A few after that goal from Blackpool to make it 2-1. Robbie Morgan, he put good goal for Blackpool. So thank you for your comments, guys. Keep them coming in, keep them clean. We're a family friendly show.
Danilo plays it to Wood. Wood, who brings it down, plays it out wide to Williams. Williams thinks the ball long and straight into the arms of O'Donnell, who balls it out quickly to Dembele. Dembele down the line towards Norburn, but it's too much on that and it's out for a throw, which Nuno Tavares will take again. Tavares throws. Yes, now Danilo to Williams. No, Yates. Yates. Some reason was shooting there, but it was blocked. So now Joseph is coming forward, the second goal scorer for Blackpool. Joseph battling away against Yates, with the ball's now dinked down the line to Lyons, and it's blocked by Williams and out for a corner.
Good play that from Blackpool, actually. They did fantastically well. Joseph with that ball over the top, the Lions, who did well against the penalty and trying to pull that ball across. But Nico Williams and just played just behind him. What I will say is I've been impressed with how Williams has defended down that line and siding for Forest. I hope that's not going to be a case in Forest going to sneak down that side.
Corner comes in, it goes straight through the box, and it's now Ekpiteta battling with Mangala just near the other corner. It's back heeled to, I think that was Husband on this side, and it's bounced out for a Forest goal kick. The ball came in and it went straight through and nobody could get on the end of that. So it's now Murillo wider to Tavares. Tavares now inside to Wood, Chris Wood, who goes down but he's lost the ball to Dembele. Dembele to Gabriel. Gabriel coming forward, goes down under just goes down. He goes down again. Murillo's battling with him. The ball's put across the box. There's a scramble, and Danilo hits it away just towards halfway, and Dominguez is now chasing after it, but Husband plays the ball down long and out of play, so that should be a Forest throw. Either of those are foul, Russ, in the box?
Me, I wouldn't say nothing. The one on Jordan Gabriel, not for me. He doesn't touch him there. Not one bit, so not for me, Luke.
Alright. Well, Williams has thrown in, but it's been headed down, and now it's with Mangala to Danilo. Danilo gives it away to Morgan, who played it down the line. It's now Omar Bamadelli trying to shield the ball away, and it's gone out for another Blackpool corner. Forest really under pressure now in the final few minutes of the heart of the game.
Yes, they are, Luke, and Blackpool are knocking on the door, trying to get that third goal in this game. The fifth goal in the game, their third goal in the game, and it's been a really good match so far. Just while Hudson-Odoi is down on the way to take the treatment, I just want to give the plug for the next live offering we've got here on the commentary, and that is on Saturday afternoon, on air from 12:15. We are in the Premier League. It's Arsenal against Crystal Palace on the commentary. 12:15 on air. Kick-off at 12:30. Join myself, Russ Vernon. Join Paul James, who's our presenter tonight, and join Luke Turton for commentary alongside Paul for that one. On your airwaves from 12:15 on Saturday is Arsenal against Crystal Palace in the Premier League.
Alright, well, Forest are making a couple of subs. Nuno Tavares is going off and Harry Popolo is coming on. And also, I think Hudson-Odoi is also going to be going off, and Brandon Aguilera is going to be coming on for him. Those changes make sense for us?
Yeah, they do, Luke. I think they made perfect sense, because especially Hudson-Odoi when he's been injured, so I can see why he's gone off. And Tavares, I think he's played well and needs a rest now, Luke, so I can see why. I almost said Steve Cooper then. Nuno Espirito Santo has made those changes.
Yes, we've changed manager now. Forest changed manager now, Russ. Ball comes in and it's flicked on by Lions, but it's smashed away towards just inside the half for a Blackpool throw down the line towards Lions. Lions now, Yates is in the way. Yates plays it forward to Dominguez. Dominguez now back to Yates. Yates now into Dominguez again, over halfway now, and he's got Chris Wood wider, but it's deflected right behind, and it's now a Forest corner. Russ, well, there's a corner. Do you want to give your player of the match?
Yes, so just before this corner is taken, my player of the match this afternoon or this evening or this morning, depending where you are across the world, goes to Blackpool's number 8, Albie Morgan. Not just for his fantastic goal, but I think he's done well and won the midfield battle at times for Blackpool in this game. So Albie Morgan is a player of the match.
So the corner comes in by Dominguez. Danilo heads down. Mangala, edge of the box, plays it to Aguilera, who plays the ball into the area, but the referee stopped play. So I'm guessing somebody was offside somewhere. So
yes, offside is the one that was given.
So it's going to be a Blackpool free kick. So O'Donnell to take the free kick. It's going to be taken long downfield, looking for Gabriel, who heads on down toward. It's kicked away by Toffolo towards Wood. Wood is manhandled away, so Morgan plays it over the top, looking for Joseph. Ombamadeli plays it wide to Williams. Williams now inside towards where it was supposed to be towards. Dominguez, but now with Joseph, who's coming towards the Forest box, but Nico Williams intercepts well and plays into Yates. Yates now wider to Dominguez, who's fouled. And Dominguez is complaining, so I think that's a booking for Husband. Yep, definitely a foul, so it's going to be a free kick to Forest, just inside their own half.
Yes, and just a comment here from Media Radio Jingles and Gaming says, is this a dream or have Blackpool really scored 2 goals? I can tell you, you're not dreaming, my friend. Blackpool have really scored 2 goals. I just want to say to Tom, could you rephrase your question, please? Because I don't understand the question that you put in 5 minutes ago, my friend. If you just want to rephrase that question, and I'll ask it to Luke next time the ball goes out of play.
Free kick taken by Williams towards Wood, chested down to Danilo, looked towards Aguilera but didn't get there. So now it's with Murillo, but he's fouled Lavery in the middle of the park. So it's going to be a Blackpool free kick.
Norwich now 3-1 up against Bristol Rovers. Kenny McLean with the goal on 87 minutes. So it looks like the Canaries are heading off to Anfield on the FA Cup 4th round weekend.
Danilo's just got booked. Missed what that was for. Might have been Danilo did the foul, not Murillo. So O'Donnell comes forward as we tick towards the 90th minute. So let's see how much added time the fourth official is going to give us today. But O'Donnell to take the free kick just inside the Blackpool half. Kicks it long towards Lions, but was intercepted. It was headed forward again by Norburn. That was actually Albert Morgan. It's now thrown long towards Joseph, but it's brought down by Husband. And now it's been brought out by Williams, and now with Wood. Wood goes back to Mangala, and it's gone. Wood was fouled. We've now got 10 minutes at a time. 10 minutes at a time. Where's that come from, Russ?
I think it's due to the injuries that the teams have had and all the stoppages in the second half and the substitutions, and probably because and for the celebrations for the goals as well, I think.
So Murillo into
I think it's too excessive.
Yeah.
Probably only get about 5.
So Lyons is intercepted and plays the ball across. And Mangala has shielded the ball straight to Lacomoda. Blackpool aren't happy, they think it's a back pass, but Toffolo's come running away with the ball anyway, over halfway. And it's still going, and he's now coming on the inside. He plays to Danilo. Back to Toffolo. Wide to Aguilera. Aguilera whips the ball into the box, headed out by Ekpiteta, and it's gone out for a Forest throw. Blackpool still complain. Nothing's going to be happening now because we've moved on. So Murillo inside to Mangala. Mangala out to Omobamidele. That's Williams. Williams to Mangala. Mangala to Dominguez. Dominguez inside to Yates. Yates now to Dominguez to Mangala. Mangala now plays it back to Omobamidele, who goes inside and forward to Toffolo. Toffolo now wide to Aguilera. Aguilera shrugs off Gabriel and runs towards the box. Goes down but doesn't get anything, and then goes and then fouls Gabriel and gets the free kick. And I think the Aguilera foul was more of a foul than the one that he was trying to get off Gabriel. Russ?
Yes, I agree there. I agree there, Luke. I'm surprised the referees did it to Blackpool.
So, we're going to get a Blackpool free kick. We're looking at Neil Critchley again on our monitors. He'll probably be very happy. Nuno's not looking as happy, as his team have thrown away a 2-goal lead again. It's now with O'Donnell, who kicks the ball long towards. It's headed away by Toffolo to Danilo. Who then Gabriel heads it back forward. Toffolo heads it back in that other direction. It's now back towards Joseph. He's now having a run, but Omobamidele clears the ball. And I think Omobamidele wants offside, but I don't think he's going to get that. So it's going to be a Blackpool throw with 3 of the 10 minutes now being played. Gabriel with the throw on this near side. Blackpool's right, Forest left. Gabriel with a long throw in towards the middle of the box, headed out by Murillo, and then further out by Toffolo. And then Dominguez comes away with it and gets there and tries to get there first. Manages to get the ball and play it inside to Omobamidele. He plays it over the top to Yates. Yates brings it down but doesn't come away with the ball. And it's now Husband puts it out for a Forest throw. And then Yates has thrown Husband to the ground. Clearly unhappy. Yates, be careful. There was really no need for that, was there, Russ? I think Russ is muted, so carry on anyway.
As I was saying, look, yes, I was muted. I forgot about that, Luke. As I said, I think it was very silly to do that line against, especially in front of the linesman who could have been sent off. Especially because he got bad at it.
Yates has played the ball across the box to Aguilera. Aguilera goes back to Toffolo, who then plays the ball into the box towards the back end, but it's come out now to Williams, who hits the shot straight against the Blackpool players. And Omobamidele now plays the ball down the line, looking towards Williams, who plays the ball into the box to Aguilera. He can't do that, pulls it back across again. Come back to Williams. And it's come out to Toffolo, but nothing given. It's been a foul on Dembele. And Blackpool will be able to come away with the ball again now, as Richie O'Donnell's going to come out and take this free kick. We've played nearly 5 minutes of the 10 now. Ryan Yates was actually booked. I'm not surprised.
So the question from Tom, I've worked out the question that Tom was asking you, Luke. He says, do you think Joseph has been playing like a bit of a parasite in this game, Luke?
No, I don't think I'd ever brand anybody that, to be fair. So, no, I disagree with that one. Now, with Joseph, who's coming up against Omobamidele, and he's blocked it out for another corner for Blackpool on the far side.
Good bit of play there for Blackpool. If we score here now, Luke, I think I think in the territory is next goal wins. Whoever scores now, I think we're going to win this cup tie.
I agree. Corner taken short to Dembele. Dembele has a run, tries to hit a shot, but it's easy for Vlachodimos in the Forest goal to shoot back, and he kicks it forward long, looking for Dominguez, but is he giving a free kick there?
Yes, he's given a free kick to Nottingham Forest there. Dominguez was being pulled back, and there's a yellow card for that's husband, Albert Morgan.
Yeah, Albert Morgan.
Just really this here again. He pushes Dominguez over there as he's trying to get onto the ball, and that's a definite free kick and a definite booking for Albert Morgan.
Yeah, not sure why Albert Morgan's complaining there. He definitely shoved him over when the goal kick was in the air. That's a foul. So a free kick be taken on the.
You can't push people over.
On the Forest right, and we're being asked to move the ball back by Darren Bond. So Dominguez is walking back with the ball. Yes, don't steal any yards. Come on.
Play fairly. Please.
Dominguez is going to whip this ball in now towards the back end of the box, towards Murillo, who manages to bring it down inside the box, holding off Joseph, pulls it across for a Forest corner, which is blocked by Albie Morgan.
Good play there from Forest. Good free kick, and they did well to force the corner. Like I said a minute to go down the other end, Blackpool had a corner. If they score now, I think it'll be the winner.
Yes, so it's going to be taken by Harry Toffolo, the third player to take a corner from the left-hand side. So Toffolo with his in-swinging corner plays the ball into the box. It's headed on by Murillo and out by Albie Morgan. So it's going to roll out for a Forest throw.
And Everton are through to round 4 with a 1-0 victory over Crystal Palace.
Wood now against Gabriel. Wood plays the ball into the box towards Danilo. There's a scramble. Danilo, and it's kicked away. Only as far as Murillo. Murillo now being held off the ball by Lavery, but Murillo again wins it and plays it forward but towards Husband, but Husband's playing it the other way. It's got over the top. Dembele through on goal. It's through on goal, but it's blocked by Mangala, and Ombamadeli plays it out to Aguilera. Aguilera now, and it's played out off of number 6, which was Ollie Norburn for a Forest throw. What did you make of that chance from Dembele, Russ?
I thought it was initially offside, so I was just waiting to see if the flag went up, but as soon as he rounds the keeper, Mangala was absolutely fantastic to get back and put it in. Why didn't they chip the goalkeeper there?
Dominguez, and it's deflected. I think that's deflected out for a corner off Dominguez's shot. Minute to go.
Forest.
1 minute to go.
Norwich are through against Bristol Rovers. They're off to Anfield in Norwich. 3-1 winners.
So, Toffolo to take another corner as we tick down towards the 100th minute. Toffolo whips the ball in to the box. It's come out as far as Aguilera, who has a shot. It's blocked. Mangala and Dembele chase after it, but it's gone out for a Forest throw. Mangala runs over to get the ball. Now it's to Vlachodimos, to Mangala. Mangala looks for options. Plays it across to Ombamadeli. Ombamadeli is going to go wider to Williams. Williams forward to Danilo. Now it's with Wood. Wood wide to Toffolo. Toffolo plays the ball across the box. Ekpiteta heads away and further out by Albert Morgan to Aguilera. Aguilera to Toffolo. Toffolo inside to Dominguez. Dominguez whips the ball into the corridor, but I think the referee had already blown for full time. So we go to extra time. Russ, thoughts?
Yes, it's been a fantastic game. Blackpool deservedly got back into the game in the second half. Then, after they went 2-0 down, they were the much better side in the second half, Blackpool. Yes, first had chances, but Blackpool had much better of the chances. And a wonder goal from Morgan and an header from Joseph takes this to extra time, where this game can go anywhere now. Go another 30 minutes to go, Luke, and he's looking forward to what is going to be another exciting 30 minutes. Will we see a winner in these next 30 minutes, or will extra time? Or we will have to go to that dreaded P word, Luke. I'm not going to say what that word is just yet.
Yes, well, extra time. Back to you, Paul.
Thanks, Luke. Thanks, Ross. So 2-2. The Seasiders fight their way back in the second half. They did it the hard way with Danilo scoring after 46 minutes, but goals on 60 minutes, a wonder goal by Albie Morgan. And then the substitute Kyle Joseph came off the bench to secure a 2-2 draw for the Seasiders at the moment, ending basically the same as at the City Ground. We have extra time. We know it has to be settled tonight. There is no longer multiple replays anymore. So it'll be settled tonight one way or another. While I have Russ still with me here, I just want to kind of bring Russ in. I just want you to, if you don't mind, Russ, just kind of elaborate on how well you think Blackpool have played in the second half and where you think Forest have gone wrong in blowing that 2-goal lead.
Yeah, so for me, Paul, I think Blackpool have continued to close down Nottingham Forest either way in the first half. They've not given them the time and space on the ball, and have caused them a number of problems. The substitutions of Joseph, Dembele, and Lavre have come at the right time for Neil Critchley's side, at the time when they needed to make those kind of changes. And Forest, we got 2-0 up, and I thought, right, we're through now. We don't need to try anymore. We can just take this as a walking pace, treat this as a training ground exercise, and we're through to the next round. And I don't see how they can think like that, especially when Blackpool have been closing them down at the back and causing them a number of problems throughout the game. And Blackpool deservedly got one back with a fantastic strike from Albie Morgan, my player of the match. Superb goal, and then a fantastic equalising goal from the substitute Kyle Joseph as well. I've been really impressed with him since he's come on as well, and Joseph has looked sharp and looked very, very good, and I can see him causing Forest a few more problems in extra time as well. So I can see there've been a few problems being caused throughout the game moving forward into the extra time period, and I wonder if we'll get more goals in extra time, or whether we'll have to wait and see in the end. And I just want to shout out to Fiddler Forest, who says, can't say just how much I'm enjoying listening to you lads' coverage of the match. Good work to you both. Really do appreciate that, Fiddler, and I'm sure Luke does as well, considering this is the first time that Luke has done main commentary on the channel. And I think it's been a joy to work alongside. I'm looking forward to the extra 30 minutes that we've got alongside each other.
Well, Ross, how badly do you think Nuno will be frustrated with this, knowing he has a league game on Saturday away at Brentford? He has to be pulling his hair out, doesn't he?
For me, he does, Paul. Yes, I think he needs to be pulling his hair out and saying, I need to take the chances here. I need to cause teams a few problems and really need to get something from this game. He probably would have wanted to win in 90 minutes, and I think he should have made the changes a lot sooner to try and help him win it in 90 minutes as well.
Well, I'm going to put you on the spot, Russ, and I know you don't want to tell me, but I wouldn't be doing my presenting job if I didn't ask you. Who do you think is going to get the victory here?
It's too hard to call here for me, Paul. But if I were to put my neck on the line, I'd probably just say Forest. And to be honest, I think we may go to that other P word, which I don't want to mention just yet, as the team's ready for the sort of extra time, Paul.
All right, we'll hand back to the commentary team, Russ Vernon, but first, Luke Turton.
Yes, and Ryan Yates has kicked us off, and the ball is now with Murillo. Murillo now forward towards Chris Wood. Wood heads it down to Danilo. Danilo out to Yates. Yates across to Dominguez. And Dominguez now whips the ball in and is headed away by Ekpeta again. And now it's with Mangala. Mangala now battling with Joseph, but he goes down and it's a free kick early on. Which will be taken by Dominguez to Omabamidele. Omabamidele to Mangala. It's intercepted by Lavery. It's now brought down, and it's now with Omabamidele just inside, well, now inside our own half, inside Forest half to Blackademos. Blackademos now plays it forward to Wood. Wood now brings it down, but it's played forward towards Murillo. Murillo now gives it away to Joseph, but Danilo comes away with the ball. Danilo charging forward, plays it wider to Dominguez. It's now whipped in by Toffolo. It's out by Albie Morgan for a Forest throw. Toffolo to take. He's been told to get back by Darren Bond because he's overstepped a few yards. So Toffolo now throws down the line to Aguilera. Back to Toffolo, back to Aguilera, into Mangala. Mangala's stretching and he went down under a foul. That's another free kick to Forest for a foul by Norburn. This free kick will be taken by Toffolo by the looks of it. Neil Critchley's got his notebook out, so he clearly already wants to make notes.
Yeah, good stuff from Forest in the extra time. I'm surprised they weren't doing this towards the end of the match as well, Luke.
Yes, Toffolo whips it in towards the back post, but Joseph then deflects it behind for a corner. Early pressure from Forest in extra time. They clearly want to get the job done early. Pity they didn't do that later on in the second half to avoid extra time, but there we go. Corners to be taken on this right-hand side for Forest, which will be taken by Williams. Williams now whips in the corner towards the back post. It comes right to the back and hit, and the shot was played by Dominguez, but it was over the bar. Russ, your thoughts on that one?
It's a decent effort from Forest, but we just couldn't take it in the strat and keep it down, have an effort on target in the end for me, Luke. And I think that's going to go down as a miss. Probably one which he didn't want to go down as a miss in the end, in my opinion.
Yes, agreed. Richie O'Donnell with the goal kick, who replaced Dan Grimshaw in the second half. So Richie O'Donnell plays it downfield, and it's basically gone out for a Forest throw. Nobody touched it. So it's bounced straight out for Toffolo to take a throw. He throws into Dominguez, back to Toffolo. It's now with Murillo, but Dembele's won it and brought it down, battling with Toffolo, but comes away with it well and gives it to Lyons on this far side, on this near side. Gives it to Husband. Husband now battling with Williams. Husband whips the ball across towards the back post, but it's just above Lavery. So Aguilera's battling with Dembele and comes away with it well and hits against Dembele, and it bounces out for a goal kick for Vlachodimos.
Yeah, poor crossing that from Blackpool. And Neil Critchley shouting some instructions there to his team and some encouragement to his team, because his team needs to calm down and just tell them to wait here now. And I think Blackpool will be a lot happier of the two sides just after being 2-0 down, getting it back to 2-2 and taking it into extra time.
Yes, and Aguilera's headed on towards Connolly, but it was inside by Connolly. Mangala now to Yates, wider to Williams. Williams now inside to Mangala. Mangala turns and has a run across the field and then turns back the other way and plays it to Williams. Williams now whips the ball across. It is bounced all the way to Aguilera. Aguilera plays the ball into Danilo. Danilo hits a shot saved by O'Donnell. It comes back across to, and it's actually ref pulled it back again after the shot from Danilo. Russ, thoughts on that one? It's offside actually.
Yeah, he was offside, but just this effort from Leo is a fantastic effort. Comes back off O'Donnell. As I come back off O'Donnell, Eric Toffler was in an offside position. He connected with the ball, and that's why the flag went. If he hadn't connected with the ball there, the flag wouldn't have gone up, and Blackpool would have probably cleared. But credit to put the flag up for offside there. And he's going to be taken like a goal kick from where he was in the offside position.
O'Donnell with a free kick. Takes it long. And Yates now heads forward. It's headed back the other way by Lyons. It's now brought down by Dominguez, but he's fouled Albert Morgan in the middle of the park, so it's a free kick to Blackpool. We're taken by Norburn, who takes it long, looking for Husband. Husband plays it back to Morgan. Morgan now plays it long to the other side to Gabriel. It's now won by Aguilera. Aguilera runs out with the ball. He's still going and then plays it into Yates. Yates spins and plays it to Dominguez. Dominguez now charging forward and plays the ball wide to Danilo. Danilo back to Aguilera, who hits the shot blocked by Connolly. And now Dembele can come away with it and plays it long over the top looking for Lavery, but Vlachodimos comes out and calmly plays it to Murillo. Murillo wider to Toffolo. Toffolo inside to Murillo. Murillo further across to Omobamidele. Now wider to Williams. Williams now comes inside to Mangala. Mangala back to Williams. Williams now tries to play it into Yates, but it's intercepted and it's gone out for a Forest throw? Blackpool throw? I think it's a Blackpool throw.
Blackpool throw, Luke. He'd come off the Forest man last, and he's definitely going to be a Blackpool throw when it's the Forest player last there.
So Joseph heads on towards Lavery. Lavery battling with Murillo. And couldn't quite get it to Dembele, but Gabriel's now got it. Plays it back to Norburn. Norburn to Morgan, who goes over the top looking for Gabriel. And it's a big battle, but now Danilo comes away with it. Danilo. Still coming at Danilo. Then plays it a long ball over the top looking for Wood. Wood brings it down. Holds on to it. And then plays it back looking for Williams, who then plays Yates to Yates. And then Yates holds on to it. And then comes forward. And then plays it into Danilo, into Dominguez. Now into Yates. Yates. Plays it back to Dominguez. Dominguez. Plays it out, looking towards Toffolo. Toffolo on the left-hand side. Whips the ball in. Aguilera just flicks it up and it just goes straight into the air and easily caught by Richard O'Donnell.
Yes, good claim there by Richard O'Donnell. And he's always been a good commanding goalkeeper when he's come for crosses, and ever since he's been in Rotherham and other clubs like Bradford City as well. So, and I think he had a spell at Sheffield Wednesday as well, did Richard O'Donnell. So good comfortable claim there. And now goal from Jan Vissel, by the way, guys, is in Congo DR, a 1-1 draw with Zambia in the African Cup of Nations.
So it's now with Aguilera. Aguilera into Wood. Now to Mangala. He plays it to Omobamidele. To Yates. Yates now plays the ball forward looking for Danilo. But it's intercepted and Mangala gives away a free kick, fouling Lavery.
Definitely foul there for me, Luke, and Lavery, and I can't remember who it was, Mangala. We can't complain too much.
No, Lyons now on the edge of the box. Plays it to Husband. Husband whips across it. Goes straight across the box. And now Aguilera can get the ball and come away with it again. Aguilera. Plays it inside to Danilo. Back to Aguilera. Aguilera. Plays a dinked ball into the middle of the park. Won by Albert Morgan, but now it's with Mangala. To Yates. Yates to Dominguez. Dominguez now coming towards halfway. He's got Yates further forward, but he carries on with it, just Dominguez, and plays it sideways to and out to Toffolo on the left-hand side. He then plays it down the line to Aguilera, who plays a misplaced ball, and it's intercepted by Ekpiteta, who gives it to Morgan. Morgan plays it forward to Lavery. Lavery now running towards the Forest goal. Hits a shot over the bar. Deflected probably off Murillo.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think he took deflection off Murillo there. And if he wasn't for that deflection off Murillo, I think he probably might have troubled Lacademos there, because Lacademos may not have got to it.
Murillo had to get over to that shot there anyway to deflect it over. Blackpool corner. We take it. Murillo's now gone down. Oh dear.
No good news here for Nottingham Forest, especially when I think he's making a double substitution here, and I think these double substitutions, they have to be rethought by
Not really, because we're bringing on Scott McKenna, who's a centre-back, Murillo's a centre-back, so that's like for like. Montiel's the other one that's going to come on as well.
McKenna may not have been coming on initially for Murillo. He may have been coming on for Mohamed, we just don't know. We'll have to wait and see what it is. Murillo who's gone off now.
Murillo's gone off, McKenna's come on. So we do see Scott McKenna in a Forest shirt again, which wasn't thought of at one point. And
Steve Cooper.
Yes, and Montiel is coming on for Nico Williams. So
there's been talks for Nico Williams, Luke. He's been linked with moves away to the Championship in Leeds United is one of the clubs he's been linked with. If he does go out on loan after this game, do you think that would be a good move for him to drop into the Championship?
Potentially. I think Forest would like to keep him and use him, though, when you've got currently Montiel and Nico as your options on that side. But Blackpool with the corner, on the far side, whipped into the box, headed out by Scott McKenna, out for another. No, it's going to be a throw now. I think it's going to be a throw now for Blackpool.
Throw this time, look, yeah, just went the wrong side of the post. I couldn't tell which way the post side of the corner flag it went until I saw the linesman flag and he put it out for a corner, the throwing rather than a corner, because I thought it was a corner initially.
Jordan Gabriel to take it, who's just been whipping the fans up again. So Gabriel to take the throw, the long throw into the box, and it's like he almost came for it but didn't claim it. Now he's got it the second attempt, which is headed back into play. Lacademos plays the ball long, looking for Dominguez, who heads on and then charges after the ball, but Albert Morgan plays it back to over halfway, and it's intercepted now by Montiel to Yates. Further across to Toffolo down the line to Aguilera now skills past the player and then does another player. Now he's going towards the edge of the box. Aguilera plays the ball into the box and Yates just fires over.
He really needs to do better here, Ryan Yates. I've said it all the time. Look, He needs to do better here, Ryan Yates. Ball comes into him and to be fair to him, he's been behind him this time, but on the other hand, he's leaning back as well and he just tucks it. Lose it over the ball. He really should be testing the goalkeeper from that distance.
So we have about probably half a minute until added time and extra time as Richie O'Donnell looks to take a goal kick. Still Blackpool 2, Forest 2 in the FA Cup third round replay. It's not takes long. Now with Dominguez, plays it before Ekpiteta heads away. One back by Dominguez to Yates. Yates now plays it across to Toffolo. Toffolo now having a run and plays it inside to Aguilera. Back to McKenna. McKenna now over to Omobamidele. Omobamidele then is gesturing and plays it to Montiel. Montiel now inside to Yates. And the game would stop because there's two balls on the field. And so we're going to have to take it back. Darren Bond is going to do a drop ball. He's dropped it to Yates so it can continue. Yates is 1 minute of added time to Montiel. inside to Dominguez. Dominguez now to Omobamidele, to Mangala. Mangala now back to McKenna. McKenna inside to Omobamidele. He then comes forward and plays it wide to Dominguez. Dominguez now into Montiel. Back to Omobamidele. He then turns and plays it back out wide to Montiel. Back to Yates. Yates who goes back to Omobamidele. Who's then forced out by Lavery, and it's now looks like he's injured his knee. Omobamidele is down, clutching his knee now. Forest don't want another injury.
Yeah, they don't want any more injuries. Do they, Luke? Especially with the injury record that Forest have currently got with some of the players out injured, some players where African Cup of Nations duty as well.
He's back up and Montiel throws it in, and that's extra time, half time. Russ, thoughts on the first half of extra time?
I think Blackpool will be the happier of the two sides, Luke, as they were at the end of the game because of what's been going off in the injury in this game. As I can report, and there's some sad news to report. There's a medical emergency going off, and I think he's in with the Nottingham Forest fans. So the Nottingham Forest medical staff, the Blackpool medical staff, have run across and gone straight into the Forest fans to try and support. Good spot by Andrew Omobamidele, Carl Joseph, Chris Wood as well, who spotted that incident and alerted the officials and the medical staff to them. They will just have to wait and see how long this will be and whether the rest of the extra time period will get back underway, or how long the half-time period in extra time will be. So normally, just a quick switch around. But back to your point, Luke, it is a good first half in extra time. And Blackpool probably would be happy with the two managers. And Neil Critchley would be happy with the two managers. And Blackpool would be happy with two clubs as they've tested Forest a lot more than Forest have tested them.
Yes, all right. Back to Paul.
Thank you, Luke. So, yes, additional injuries for Nottingham Forest. Of course, they can't deal with that so easily right now, with 6 players away on international duty for the Africa Cup of Nations. Obviously, we take the time to wish the Forest fan, whoever is having that medical emergency, all the best, and that we hope that they make a full recovery. Just quick touching for Russ here. I'll just bring you back on, Russ. Very tight right now. As you said, Blackpool is probably the happier of the two sides right now. I agree with that. Can they turn these chances into goals, do you think?
I think so, especially if they can, because they're playing well. It's just that final ball, and they've had the chance with the final balls in this. Just that Forest have been defending very, very deeply in this second half, and if we can get the balls into the box a lot quicker, it can cause Forest a lot of problems, and I think that's what they will be looking to do, and I think that's what they'll be saying to do here. Will the manager Neil Critchley get the balls in quicker, and that'll probably cause them a few problems in that there as well. As we just see, and as we see monitor the goals in this game, Andrew Omobamidele, and then the Danilo one as well, well taken goals there. But Blackpool, just want to talk about while we've got this breaking play. Rodolfo Marvin Morgan is a fantastic finish for who's not seen it yet. Edge of the box, control brilliantly, and rifled into the top corner. Vlachodimos with no chance, and then good header at the back post by Joseph, keeping it all level. And then Forest have ungone in there because Blackpool have had some of the chances, have been unable to turn those chances into goals of Blackpool. And I think the longer it goes on it being 2-2 and chances not being taken, I can see the game potentially going all that way to the dreaded P word.
Well, it's certainly a possibility now that multiple replays are no longer a thing anymore. But what we'll do, second half of extra time is about to get underway very shortly here. So I'll hand back to your commentary team, Russ Vernon, but first, Luke Turton.
Yes, it looks like Forest are going to be bringing on Joe Worrell for the second half of extra time. So Worrell is coming on, and I believe it might be Bamadelli that's gone off, but I'm not sure. But Gabriel has also gone off for Blackpool, and on in his place is number 7, Owen Dale. But Worrell is on
Yes,
4.
I think it is Andrew Bamadelli. I was just trying to look at the players on the pitch there and whereabouts he's gone into, and he looks as though, and he's telling where to play it in. Yes, it is. It is Andrew Bamadelli who's gone off here. Look, you was spot on with your eyesight and assessment there.
Thanks, Russ. Well, the game's back underway, and Connolly played the ball long, but it's intercepted now with Danilo. Now it's with Lions, and he's gone down, so it's going to be a Blackpool free kick. Early in the second half, which is going to be taken by Ollie Norburn, by the looks of it. No, he's going to leave it for Connolly. Connolly plays it long, looking for, I think it was Lavery on this side, but Aguilera's now battling away and plays it back to McKenna. McKenna plays the ball down the line. It's intercepted now with Danilo, who's pulled back, and that should be a yellow card for Norburn, and Forest get the free kick. And
definitely a free kick there for Forest, and I'm surprised. I'm not surprised he's gone into the book there, Norburn. He's done that 1 or 2 times already this game, so I'm not surprised that one's been given as a yellow card.
Yes, exactly. So McKenna's going to take the free kick. He plays it long, looking for the direction of Montiel, but it's going to be a free kick for Blackpool, as I think Montiel strayed offside.
He did. He just got that fraction early there. Look, you saw as the ball was coming across that far side, so then making that run just before the ball had been played. So by the time the ball had been played, he'd gone past the last line of the Blackpool defence in offside position. Just he's told he's run better and time to be better there for me.
Yes, exactly right, Russ. O'Donnell is going to take the free kick on the left-hand side for Blackpool. O'Donnell plays it long, and it's going to be won in the air by, I think that was Montiel, and it's headed on by Wood, but flipped over the other side, and back again by McKenna. McKenna now it's now with Dominguez. Mangala plays over the top, looking for Danilo. Danilo tried out of it, but Husband kicked it out of play. No, it's still in play, and it's still going. Let's go forward to Lavery, batting well. Joseph now comes away with it, charging towards the box. He's got 4 in support, but hits it against the combination of Montiel and Worrell, and Yates comes away with it to Danilo to Wood. Wood now battling with Ekpiteta and goes down, wins the free kick, and tries to play it quickly against Ekpiteta, so Ekpiteta gets booked for blocking the...
Silly decision from Ekpiteta to stay there and block when he knew he was going to get booked for that situation there. I'm surprised he's not learned from that all season when you've seen a lot of other players get booked for that similar situation there.
McKenna to Toffolo. Now to Mangala. Mangala gives it to Worrell. Worrell plays a long ball over the top, looking for Dominguez. He took the ball down, but managed to follow it. Now he's battling away in the corner, and Forest do get a corner, as it's put behind by James Husband and Owen Dale combined.
Yes, and it's a good bit of play this from Nottingham Forest. We can fetch Joe Worrell and some of the big men up from the back as well, and Danilo can be in there. Chris Wood, a good powerful height presence in there. McKenna too. This height from Nottingham Forest can cause Blackpool a number of problems with the score from this corner.
So the corner is going to be taken by, I think it's Aguilera on that side, whips it in. It's palmed away now by O'Donnell, comes out to Mangala, now to Dominguez. Dominguez back to Mangala. Mangala battling away. Gives it back to Dominguez. He gives it back to Mangala. He gives the ball down to Dominguez. Dominguez now in the corner, near the corner. Comes back inside and plays it to Danilo. Danilo does a couple of tricks and gives it to Yates. Yates pulls it across and it's gone in. It's gone in by Chris Wood on the line. Chris Wood scores a tap in. Blackpool 2, Forest 3 now. Russ, your thoughts?
Wow, what a game this has been. And I just said, if Forest can do well from this corner, can potentially score here. The corner came back out and they did score here. And Chris Wood winning across now. So they get the shirt again for Chiarte, which says on the back of it, thinking of you, Chiarte. And what a touch from Chris Wood. He did it on the first goal that Forest scored. He's done it on the third goal that Forest has scored. But this is all about Dominguez. Brilliant bit of play into Danilo, who did absolutely fantastic. Blocks into Ranius, and that's what you need to do in those sort of positions. Pull the ball across the face of the goal. The defenders don't like them coming across there, and that's the point of uncertainty. Put it across there. If the Forest player misses it, the Blackpool player would have gone anyway and probably turned into his own net. But Chris Wood was there for Forest, and he slammed it home from the yard out. Forest back into the lead. Can they hold on to it though?
It's headed away by Worrell. Headed back towards my husband. Husband now to Joseph, but it's now deflected off Dominguez for a Blackpool throw. It's taken by husband. Inside to Morgan. Morgan plays it up looking for Joseph, but it's gone too far and out for a Forest goal kick.
Yes, taken by from Blackpool to try and keep the ball in and give Forest a goal kick, and I'm just taking the lead. He's just going to receive Lacademos. Won the time down.
And it looks like he's doing so as well. He's taking his time over the goal kick. Lacademos takes long upfield, looking for Chris Wood, who wins the ball, but it's a foul on Ekpiteta. So it's going to be a free kick to Blackpool.
Yeah, he was pushed there in the back, Chris Wood, and wouldn't know what he was doing. And just give a free kick and everyone can get back and defend for Forest. Couldn't Forest see this out well this time? So not been able to see leads out.
It's now gone out for a Blackpool throw on the left-hand side, taken quickly into Husband, down the line to Owen Dale, back to Husband, plays it long. Now with Dominguez. It's come up to Mangala. Mangala goes across to Toffolo. Toffolo plays it long, looking for Aguilera. And it's just played out of play by Andy Lyons. So it's going to be a Forest throw. Neil Critchley is shaking his head. He's not happy with something. Probably the conceding of that goal. But Toffolo throws down the line looking for Wood. Wood battling in the corner now, holding the ball in the corner, still battling, still keeping his foot on the ball even when he went down on the floor. But Connolly clears away. Yates now battling, but he's fouled, which advantage played. Dembele now plays it back to I think that was Morgan. He plays it wider. It's now headed away by Montiel. It's now with Morgan to Norburn. Norburn plays it long and headed away again by Toffolo to Danilo. Danilo having a run, coming forward, having a run at Norburn. Danilo gives it inside to Aguilera. Aguilera now plays the ball long, looking for Chris Wood. Wood hits a shot, saved by O'Donnell, and it's now out to Husband. Husband plays it out, but given straight away to Montiel. Now it's with McKenna. McKenna gives it across to Toffolo. Toffolo down the line, looking for Aguilera again, but nobody's there. It's straight through to Richard O'Donnell, who's now telling his players to get forward. Plays the ball long, looking for Lavery, but it's won by McKenna, who then plays it straight up in the air, looking for Dominguez. Dominguez just ricochets straight off him, and it's a Blackpool throw. Russ, thoughts on that Chris Wood chance a couple of minutes ago?
I think he should have done a bit better there. I think he tried to chip O'Donnell, which was never going to beat him with. Fisher should have gone round him and then tried slotting him from the title angle, but a good chance nevertheless, and a good save from Mitch O'Donnell.
Yes, so now it's played long by, I think, Owen Dale, and it's headed off target by Andy Lyons, and it's going to be a goal kick for Blackademos.
Yes, I don't think in this extra time period, Blackademos, in the second half of the extra time period, I'm on about rather than the first half, because he was in the first half. I don't think in the second half he's been tested enough just yet. Maybe a case of the commentators' case, and he could get tested in the next 2 or 3 minutes about 3 or 4 times. But at the moment, he's yet to be really tested in this second period of extra time, like he did in most of the other 114 minutes so far.
Yes, and now with Mangala. Mangala hits the ball through to Wood. Wood running through. And it's pulled back, I believe, for a free kick. I think Chris Wood's going to get booked for not listening to the whistle. And
he kicks the ball away as well. So definitely a yellow card. He's asking the referee what for. And he said he never raised the whistle.
Well, me and Russ have just told you what for, Chris, so there you go.
Chris, when you get home, listen to us. We'll have told you what it's for. Just go to YouTube, search for the commentary on there. We'll find out what it's for then.
O'Donnell plays it to Connolly. Connolly plays it long and wide, looking for Joseph. It comes down to Lavery, but Mangala stabs it away. Danilo now. Dominguez plays it wide to Montiel. Montiel plays the ball back inside to Danilo. Danilo coming over halfway. Danilo now plays it across to Aguilera. Aguilera running through. Skills past 2. Plays it to Danilo. He hits a shot, but it's easily saved by O'Donnell.
Yes, and Wood there is screaming at Danilo, screaming at Aguilera, who was onside, open on the left, on Forest's left, Blackpool's right. All they had to do was just play it across to him, and he had an easy chance to make it 4-2 and steal Forest's place at Ashton Gate. But as it is, this game is still ongoing, and Blackpool could yet come back into it.
It's now gone out for a Blackpool throw. He's taken by Callum Connolly. And he has to come back a bit, so he comes back and throws it back to Husband. Husband plays it long towards Joseph, but it's headed out by Montiel. And now it's with Yates. Yates over the top, looking for Dominguez. Dominguez coming forward. Slows it down a bit and then plays it into Danilo. Danilo plays it back to Yates, inside to Dominguez. Now it goes out to Montiel. Now to Yates and back to Montiel. And then it's gone out for a Forest throw.
You're going to go second half this one, Forest. They've controlled it well and they've defended it well also.
Dominguez battling with Dale and Joseph in the corner. Joseph now has the ball and has kicked it against Dominguez for a Blackpool throw.
If I could, I would have probably changed my player of the match by now, but I've already given out my player of the match earlier on, which was to Albin Morgan, was our player of the match. He had a fantastic game, but I've just seen who the TV challenge have given their man of the match to, and I must say theirs is a good choice from the Forest side of things. They get it to Ryan Yates, our TV company that I'm watching it on, and what I will say is I think Yates has controlled it for Forest well today. But for me, the player of the match, which announced earlier today for again, Paul, for any other listeners tuning in, which went to Blackpool's number 8, Albin Morgan, not just for his superb goal, but for his overall contribution in the game. So Albin Morgan is our player of the match, sponsored by Commentary Services.
Husband's going to take a throw level with the Forest box to Dale. Dale battling alongside Dominguez there. It's gone out for another throw taken by James Husband on this left hand side. Husband's going to take a long throw into the box. headed out by Ryan Yates. Further away by Danilo, but only as far as Connolly, blocked. And now it's further away again by, I think that was Aguilera or Toffolo. And it's gone out for a Blackpool throw just on halfway. Norburn throws back to Norburn. Norburn plays it to Connolly, to Dembele. Dembele plays the ball long, looking for Joseph, but it's headed on. It's brought down by Joseph. Ringes battles well and wins it well. Yates now holding the ball and plays it over the top, but it's now with Morgan. Actually going to throw Husband into Morgan. Morgan now plays the ball long into the box to Lyons. Smashed away by Scott McKenna. Only as far as, I think that's Norburn. Wider to Dembele. Dembele trying to trick past Aguilera. Can't quite do it, and Aguilera then commits a foul. That's to be a Blackpool free kick. 2 minutes of added time at the end of extra time. Norburn to take. Forest nerves will be jangling.
Luke, what I will say is, I'm even a supporter of Forest. My nerves are jangling sat in this box for Forest with less than a minute to go.
Morgan into the box and headed behind for a corner by Scott McKenna. Blackpool corner. McKenna is telling everybody to concentrate. Yes, indeed. So Morgan goes over to take the corner. A minute to go. O'Donnell comes up from the back. Still waiting for Morgan to take it. Morgan whips it in. Lacademos punches up in the air. O'Donnell goes towards the ball. Brings it down. He's battling with Toffolo. Now it's with Mangala to Aguilera. Aguilera breaking away. Aguilera hits the ball towards the goal. And it bounces wide. So that's going to be a goal kick for Blackpool. But everybody pushes forward. No real accuracy on that shot from Aguilera from miles out. But it's now with Dembele. Dembele. I think it's been pulled back because I think the ball was moving. So they got to take it again.
It was moving. Well, this has been a good professional display in the second half for Nottingham Forest, especially in extra time, second half. Just for the lead, unfortunately, just seeing the game out with the experience of McKenna and Worrell at the heart of that defence. I hope I'm not put a curse on this, Luke.
Yates puts the ball out. Worrell goes over the top. So it's another free kick to Blackpool. Now we're playing over the 2 minutes added on at the end of extra time for this free kick. Yellow card given to Joe Worrell.
Fiddler Forrest says, good coming out. Apparently he's sweating buckets here in the last few seconds. And he says about the Jason Morgan, which I'll read after this free kick has been taken off. I'll quickly read it. It says, Jason Morgan have both been excellent in this match. He's slightly biased for Yates, but he agreed Morgan really turned the game on his head for Blackpool.
Free kick is going to be taken on the left-hand side. This will probably be the last attack of the game to be taken by Albie Morgan.
If Blackpool score here, Luke, waiting for the dreaded P word.
Morgan stands over it, whips the ball into the penalty area, cleared out by Danilo. And that's it. Forest are through to play Bristol City after extra time goal from Chris Wood. So that's Blackpool 2, Forest 3. Russ, your thoughts on that overall game as a whole?
Yes, I think it's been a very, very good game to watch and to cover alongside yourself, Luke. And I think first half of the 90 minutes, Black Forest would have probably been happy going in the league, but Blackpool would have been pleased to keep it down at 1-0. Second half of the 90, I think Blackpool would have been the happier to get it back from 2-0 down to 2-2. And then at the end of 90 minutes, I think Blackpool would have been the happier. Then in the first half of extra time, I think Blackpool would have been the happier to keep it at 2-2. But at the end of the match overall, I think Blackpool would be proud of their display and the efforts. I don't think Neil Critchley can be too disheartened with the credit of his performance of his team. But I think Nuno Espirito Santo will be very, very happy with his side after just getting through and just getting over the line into round 4 in the end there. And Fiddler Forest has just mentioned, he says, phew, well played Blackpool. Yes, well played to Blackpool. They played a decent performance, had fantastic performance from them, and a fantastic display from Forest to get through, and good grit and determination towards the end after Wood put them back into the lead. And before we hand back to Paul, I just want to say, Luke, excellent commentary today. And a bit like what Fiddler said earlier on, I couldn't tell that this was your first time. As the game grew on, you did very, very good stuff. You got better as the game went on, so great first country there as well. And Philly says, go and have a nice drink. Cheers to Nottingham and cheers to you lads. Great listening to you both. Thank you very much, Fiddler. I'll be back as I get ready to round the people. Great game overall. I think Forest just edged it, in my opinion, today.
Well, yes, thanks, Russ. And yes, I think I was fueled mostly on Forest nerves because I am actually a Forest fan. I go into it now. Yes, phew, that was very nerve-wracking at the end. But yes, so 3-2 in the end to Forest. Paul, back to you.
Thanks, Luke. Thanks, Russ. Awesome job. So yes, Nottingham Forest with a battling 3-2 victory over the Seasiders. And goal on 110 minutes by Chris Wood, tapping almost on the goal line, in fact. Superb performance by Blackpool today, but it just wasn't enough to beat Nottingham Forest, a Premier League team. Professionalism shone through. The results in the FA Cup are Bristol Rovers 1, Norwich 3, Everton 1, Crystal Palace 0. In the African Cup of Nations, Morocco 3, Tanzania 0, Democratic Republic of Congo 1, Zambia 1. And just before we go off the air, I just want to get thoughts of Russ on that game. First of all, your thoughts on Blackpool, Russ. How did the Seasiders get on today? And did they have a little bit of hope going forward, say, push for the playoffs and promotion from League One into the Championship?
For me, I think they gave a really good account of themselves today, Paul. I think when you look at the performance overall, it was a very good performance. They dug in, they got it back from 2-0 down to 2-2, dug in for that first half, and there was a low ball in across the corridor of uncertainty to make it 3-2, which Wood tapped in. I think if he'd have missed it, it would have probably been an own goal from one of their players. But I think Blackpool gave a really good performance tonight. They can go ahead with the heads held high, pushed Nottingham Forest all the way to in extra time, all the way to the end. Didn't really give him a moment's peace in the entire game, and they did, for me, fully deserved something to take it to penalties, in my opinion. But it wasn't to be. That Chris Wood goal was enough to see Nottingham Forest over the line. And I do think, from what I've seen today, from the likes of Albie Morgan with his strike today, CJ Hamilton performed well, Jordan Rhodes did well, as a Shane Lavrie, Kyle Judge when they came on as well, and then Dembele did it as well. I think they all shone today, and it just depends on how bad of injury it is to their goalkeeper, Dan Grimshaw, whether they can push for promotion and offer me Paul, because if he's going to be out for quite a while. Yes, they've got a good, able replacement in Richard O'Donnell, but for me, Grimshaw is probably just on that extra level because of O'Donnell getting on in age now. So I think we need Grimshaw back in there, but the experience of O'Donnell should help them as well in the short term, as well as what they've done, as well as just in this game, which he proved, and he was very unlucky not to be on the winning side in the end, which I don't know. I thought he pulled off some couple of good saves in the second half of extra time.
All right, and Nottingham Forest, how do you think that's a good result for them? Good result for Nuno. Will give his side confidence as they continue to fight against relegation and try to get themselves pushed up the table. How do you think they did today?
I thought they did really, really well, Paul, to be honest. I thought when you look at Nottingham Forest, you look to the side that Nuno put out to the start, and he's got a lot of experience in there. There were only one or two players which I didn't expect to see start, which probably just the one in Andrew Mbamidele. But we've got quality all over the squad, and Montiel came on and did a job. Aguilera did a job when he came on, as did McKenna, Toffolo, Worrell. All the subs that came on did a really good job tonight, and I think they did a really good professional performance to see the game out, especially when they got to 3-2. Just saw the game out and just saw them getting up, making sure they got over the line in the end.
And Luke, if you've been able to catch your breath, awesome job today on your first commentary. As a Forest fan, does this give you a little bit of hope going forward?
Well, I think we never really had no hope. We've always had hope in the side, and I think when you've got Chris Wood, you always think you can score a goal because he's always going to probably be there in the box. So if you play right to him, then it's always going to be an option. I think as time went on, Forest fans definitely were going to get nervous at 2-2 and very nervous at 3-2 when we kept giving away free kicks around the box. But at the end of the day, we saw it through, we got the result, and we're going away to Bristol City. Woo!
All right. Well, just before we wrap up tonight, just to let you know what's coming up next on the Commentary Hub. It's on Saturday, the 20th of January, 12:15 kickoff. The Emirates, Arsenal versus Crystal Palace. Russ will be doing my job today, and I'll be in the commentary chair alongside Luke Turton for that one. And I want to thank you all for joining us today. Thanks to everyone that commentated. And we all very much appreciate all the listeners and subscribers. Also, thank you to Russ and Luke. Both did an amazing job today. So thanks very much, and bye for now.